Finally.
All right, so the next secret cult meeting is going to be.
We're live. We're live.
Right.
At least I hope so. Hello, everybody out there. Can you hear us all right? How's the audio? I was gonna say echo and audio at the same time, so echo. How's that doing?
Audio viewers. That's a Harry Potter's spell, right?
What about Harry Potter?
Accio viewers and just like
viewers.
sucking like all these people, like just people sitting at their desks and be like, "Oh God, why?" Just like, pouring out their windows, defenestrated. And yes, I know that's redundant to say after saying torn out their windows, but I just don't get enough chances to say defenestration.
I'll defenestrate them out the window. Fine.
You're supposed to defenestrate privately. What are we talking about? All right.
It's like when you're talking to someone, you are ejaculating towards them.
It's true.
It's a nerve. This
I mean, like,
Christian
the doctor said I had a problem with that, but...
Oh my God, never say that again with those two sentences together. All right.
This is a really good start to the stream.
It's always like that.
Yeah.
It's always like that.
Everybody.
Good to have you, by the way. First time here. How does it feel? Are you, like, wanting to leave already or what?
I'm nervous because
Why?
like this is the lineup that like inspired me to start making content.
Aww.
And so
Hugsies.
here I'm like, hi, hello.
and now you're, like, bigger than all of us put together.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Give us your subscribers.
I try so hard.
But you got far though.
It's like I was like, oh yeah, they almost have like billions of subscribers because I love their content. And then I like double check and I'm like, what? Wait.
It's a sin though. It really is a sin. Like I know that. Like I don't work on YouTube. I work on Patreon, and I work with like Tonkatsu, which is another channel completely. But like to see these guys get the numbers that they have is a fucking sin, and that's coming from me being super positive about RWBY. It's just called I have an open mind, and I don't argue about like bullshit, So I want to hear what you have to think, as long as you don't call me a fucking idiot. No name calling, those are the rules.
Never.
And
So swearing's out the window then.
yeah, so fuck you, Brett. All right, just saying.
Alright, fucking idiot.
Brett has been defenestrated.
Yes, me and Britt broke up, by the way, guys. I don't know if you heard that we went out.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm trying to be civil. You're gonna be able to tell the tension in here.
He got the kids. She's
I
over there
guess.
about that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as you heard, we have for the first time, and hopefully not the fucking last time, girl. The judgmental critter up in this bitch.
Hopefully. Yeah.
And of course, Mr. Viewer. Mr. Viewer is his dad. Vex is here though.
I am.
What up? And the rest of us. Fucking. There's a lobster. There's a bird, and there's a ninja that eats soup or has a soup store or some shit with soup. How's everybody doing?
Doing
Feeling good.
Yeah,
So-
it's got a nice long weekend, so nice to sit back and chill.
Very nice.
Ryan Carson. Dashie Lee is a Christian channel. Yes. She's a Christian Minecraft server.
Yeah. Christian is my dad's name, so there you go. No, it's not. All right. So here's what's up.
A Lucy
normally-
Christian channel. Shout out to Little.
What?
Lucy
Yeah,
Christian.
Oh, Lucy Christian. Oh my God, that was so lame, Tom. Come on.
Certified Tom joke.
We gotta get Tom here in spirit at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I like to always tell people what's up with the reactions when I do the streams afterwards. So if you want to check it out like right now, instead of being here, hey, that's up to you. But you have to check it out on Fatman's channel. It's ready there. I'm sorry, it's on your Patreon.
Yeah, it's on my Patreon.
Yeah.
It's currently uploading because this morning when I uploaded it, I got a copyright claim, and I was like, "Fuck."
Of course, fucking YouTube. Hence why
It
I'm
was
never
me.
on the fucking thing.
Shame on you.
Yeah, it's uploading
That's why
right now. It'll go live like immediately after the stream. So like stick around to the end, and then you can just jump right over into the premiere.
Yeah, or
yeah.
yeah, let's. I know that's what you want to do, but with I'm so traumatized by YouTube, Fatman. Like, I've said so many times, like, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna, put it up right now, and I even tried it out, but then boom.
I was gonna say I've had a very, very, very lucky roll with YouTube when it comes to that kind of stuff. I
You
very
fucking
rarely get
have.
Yeah,
but
you really
but
have.
then
See, the secret is
then-
you don't upload.
but then if
There you
people might know this. I was doing a reaction to Trigun Stampede that me and Twilight are doing over on my channel, and was it episode 3? I think it was episode 3 that I had to render 8 times because it just kept copyright claiming like just tiny little sections of it throughout, and I was like, I gotta just scrub those out. God, they were so goddamned.
Okay.
I don't know
They
what to
did
describe
not
them.
want people to
They didn't-
see you reacting to Trigun.
They didn't want people they didn't even want to see Trigun. Like no one wants to. Apparently, they didn't want anyone seeing Vash's awesome hair. Like, come on.
Yeah. Raymond, I love like stomping on you wherever I can, right? You know that, right? But like 8 times, those are rookie numbers. Try 31.
Oh no, I don't
31.
doubt it. I'm just saying, like sometimes the system just comes in and kicks your ass, and it's just like, where did this come from? Why?
hear you.
What's the
So
point of this?
is it that YouTube will flag like a tiny section, but it won't flag all of the sections that it's detected?
With my experience, it
Sometimes,
flags
yes.
a tiny section. You fix it, and then you put it in
Yeah.
again, and it's like, no,
It'll flag
over
the
here
next
now,
one.
and it was before we checked.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
oh no,
That's
over
a shame.
here now.
I wish that at the very least it would scan the entire video and say, "Hey man,
Yeah.
here's like the 6 areas that you need to fix."
No, but that's
Well,
what
the
happens
thing-
though. It does that, and you think like the first 15 minutes are okay because sure. So then I have to fix minute 14, but then when it comes back, it's like nope, minute 9. You fucked up there. I'm like, oh my god, I can't handle.
Yeah. Well, the thing that it does is that it will only give you one claim like per thing that is claimed. Like if it tags like, like the same episode over and over again, it only tells you once. Yeah. But if it tags multiple different copyrighted things, then it gives you a separate claim for all of them.
Yeah,
Which is annoying as hell.
that is annoying as hell. And then what gets really annoying is when it's a manual claim, because then you're like they all claim to be manual claims at this rate, but it's like that's just like the most annoying thing where you're like that can't be a manual claim. How the fuck did the copyright owner of that find? Because like I use music in fixing RWBY, and I make sure to credit all of it at the end of every single episode. The one that's been giving me hell this volume is Fruits Basket. I've been using Fruits Basket music, which is great. It's excellent. It fits the mood perfectly. It completely exemplifies what I want for the scenes. And sometimes it lines it perfectly. But like somehow the copyright owner of Fruits Basket is paying attention to fixing RWBY with its 10,000 views over here. It's like, no, we gotta manually claim you. What the fuck? I don't buy that for a fucking second. There is an automated system hitting me. That's bullshit.
Vex, you don't get that, right? You just use tiny clips. You don't use like the whole show, right?
Yeah, correct.
Or do you
I
or do
rarely
you
get.
any.
I rarely get any copyright strikes on my YouTube channel. Luckily.
Yeah, nice. All right.
Same.
So, oh yeah, you don't
Lucky.
get. Oh, so speaking of, I know you did a stream yesterday, Critter. You didn't get claimed at all for that?
No, because I covered up the screen with all my things.
With adorable
'cause
things,
I
yeah.
I didn't want to even bother. I didn't want to worry about it. I'm like, I will obscure if I have to. I'll just cut the screen out entirely, and that might piss people off. But I'm not dealing with
No,
copyright.
that's fine. That's understandable. That's a good thing.
But
So,
again, like I was just commenting that we got away with it. At least I got away with it when it came to Rooster Teeth this entire like year. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very good.
all right. So enough bitching and moaning about YouTube. Y'all know why we're here. La 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 la. We had plenty of time to come in, trickle in. 54 people. I'm waiting for 69. Who's out there?
Hang on, let me get my alternative
We can
accounts.
do it.
Hey, fam, can you do me a favor and say hi to whoever's out there while I do this real quick?
Okay.
Going back, I noticed FATMANFALLING's channel has turned like 9 years old very recently.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
I checked your horse channel, and that's like your oldest video was 9 years old. Just
Sweet.
Damn.
Oh, hey, so we got a I don't know what to
Got
call the
Yeah,
donation
no,
channel.
it's a
You gotta go
Streamlabs. It's a Streamlabs, which, by the way,
Heck
the
yeah.
best way to go. Thank you so much to Warlock Logic Unknown for the $25. I hope you all have a good day. Wink. Hey, wink. Thank you so much. Thank you. Nothing Ruby,
No.
just like being a Chad. He was like, "Oh, here you go. I want to make it rain." All right. See, that's awesome. That's beautiful. Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and Nick. Yes, we are going to take questions from
Yes,
the Tundra.
I'm actually typing that
And
in
if
right
you're
now.
in the Discord, or if you could join our Patreons, you can get into the Discord, and you can ask us questions from the Tundra. You can also totally ask us questions from the chat right here.
as long as
We
we
will try to
can
get
see
to
it
as
and
many
read
of them
it.
as possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. Like, it's a fucking like it's crazy for me as it is. My ADD, oof, forget about it. And to see people in the chat, I'm gonna try my best. We're gonna try our best. Just don't get mad if we miss you, please. I'm sick of people being mad at me this week. Okay. All right, that's good. But yeah, no, Raymond, right? For $1? For like $1.
Yep,
Raymond does
for
the best
$1.
Patreon thing. Yeah.
Reminder,
Yeah,
for $1 or more, you get access on either any of our Patreons. You get access to Team Frostbite Discord server, where I, FATMANFALLING, Dashie Lee, sometimes Brid, and Tom Haran are regularly active, along with a whole host of other interesting people from around the RWBY community and beyond. In there, you can ask questions about any single one of our reactions, any kind of our streams. Though you do only get one per customer, so just be sure you ask the question you've been really pining for.
Right.
We have a
But on
rule set
streams,
down
though.
there.
On streams,
But on
though, you can
streams-
ask some questions.
As
Just don't
many
be a fucking
questions
ass.
as
I do love the asterisk that you put in there, where Brit is
Sometimes
It's
he's
just automated.
sometimes very active.
that has been a joke for years.
Yeah,
at
no,
this
it has
point,
been.
you
I know,
know,
it's like, yeah, he's very active sometimes.
You've been a victim of our imagination for years. All right?
20% of the
Yeah.
time, it works 100% of the time.
It's been 84 years.
Radaeus just dropped out of college.
Problem solved.
I was gonna say, like it solves many problems. First, you're wasting your money on college. Just get out of there.
No. Ugh.
I have an English degree. I write. That's all I do. Like I could have just gone to a couple of writing workshops and got a better education, probably.
Okay, but like, that's sort
I'm
of pot calling the kettle black there. You have an English degree. Why'd you go to college? Like, I needed to go to university for my degree.
I know you could have just gone the full sale. I'm kidding. Don't go full sale.
Game development full sale? Jesus Christ, no. Anywho,
Sir, why do you keep your English degree next to the low-quality toilet paper? Oh God, I hate this. I hate the public service representatives from the toilet paper company.
Oh. All right. Several people are typing in the questions for the reaction. Okay. Wish us luck. Wish us luck.
Beautiful.
Amen.
You would, but animation degree. Yeah, you got an animation degree. I'll give you a hint. There are only 360 of them. If you do 2D, there are more if you do 3D, I suppose.
360 degrees?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we're on. Okay, Tom.
Yeah.
Listen, what is, I can call Tom for you. You don't have to do this.
No, I don't know. Just because Tom is a dad doesn't mean he's like got
That's
the
the
dad
running
crown,
joke.
All right.
well,
Just
no, he had
in
terrible
the
jokes
middle.
before he was a father.
In the middle.
The license,
Rip.
but because he's a dad now, he gets the license. You know, respect.
He got the degree.
Right, that is only in the UK. Only the UK has that license. It's like TV licenses. We don't have that here in America.
You're driving backwards.
I was gonna say we just call Tom in the middle of his date, just being like,
Tom, we need you to
Tom,
chime
we
in
have
on
a
these
question
puns.
for you specifically. Yeah, someone write a question for just Tom.
Yeah.
The questions. That'd be great.
Okay.
Batman has daddy issues, so he's like Weiss. Yes. Actually, I've met Fatman's dad. He's a very nice man.
Always a delightful person.
Yeah.
So I need to say two things.
have dad
Vex,
joke
I'm
issues.
really, really proud of you for not like yelling off the top of your lungs already about your favorite person, Neo. And Jaune, I'm proud of you. And Critter, yeah, this is a little hectic. Sorry, not sorry. But again, this better not be the last time, okay? Don't want to scare you away.
It's about what I expected. I'm gonna be
All right.
honest.
Okay, where shall we start? Now, I wanted to make this just like for the episode itself, but fuck it, ain't no rules. Just fucking get out there. Might as well.
Yeah.
So,
Anything you want. Anything you want.
Shadow Link
Doesn't-
loves that Critter's on my head right now. She's giving me head. Like, just get it over with.
Oh, clever.
She's like scratching me in my legs, going, ugh. Okay.
I'm like your own little.
My own little. Oh.
I did love that the minute back, however long ago they revealed Little for the first time, immediately, was it you or was it someone else that just immediately photoshopped in Little into Ruby's hood?
I think it was Critter.
A Critter.
I think, yeah.
You actually did. That was adorable. I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, into Ruby's hood? No, I
Yeah.
didn't do
Oh,
that. I photoshopped
someone did.
Little to look exactly like me. Like I changed Little's colors into my colors.
Right. There was someone that like immediately that when we saw Little in Ruby's hood, they photoshopped you in there instead. I thought that was just
All right.
So what are we doing? What are we talking about?
Just because like the first time guest, I need to ask, even though I already knew the answer because I checked out her stream yesterday. But how did it feel to have your thumbnail be canon?
It was so like it was because you sent me that tweet and I was like, what could that possibly mean? And I was thinking about all of my thumbnails. I'm like, well, I don't understand. And then it happened, and I was like, oh my god.
That was all Raymond in the reaction. He's like, "Oh great, now we're in Critter's fucking thumbnail." I'm like, "Oh my god, it totally is."
After I was like noticed, I was like, damn, it's kind of distracting. I'm like,
Yeah,
this
it
not a
is.
nice place.
I'm waiting for you to pop up in the corner. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, why are you in my house? Get out!
yeah. Large text appears that says review.
I had to put it in the little pictures there, right in the middle there. I had to. All right. Vex, do you want to like let go of any steam a little bit? Just so you don't pop on me later.
No, I'm good. I'll be good.
Okay. This is a joke, guys. Obviously, he's not that mad all the time anymore.
I'm
But
not.
no. Now you made a couple videos now. The whole Jaune thing. You think it was in your and I quote, filler, guys.
Yes, filler.
Okay.
Filler.
You're still
scary word.
feeling that, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like everything that if we're talking about the episode now.
Well, yeah. Well, the fact that he came back young.
Okay,
But like I was gonna say, because he still has his memories though, so he's old. He's not young anymore.
Yeah.
sure.
I don't think they're gonna write him like that. If they
that's
continue,
the issue.
if they write him as an older person, like a more mature person, like on Crow's level, I guess, then yeah, that'd be sick. Oh, that'd be interesting. I think they were cowards for not keeping the old design.
Agreed.
Yes.
Absolutely cowards.
Yeah.
They had gold right in
I-
front of them, and they
I
threw
want-
it away for the banana head.
Pussies.
Okay, here's what I don't want. Like, what I expect them to do is occasionally they will make a joke about, like, his back or something like that. Like, that, they will occasionally make that joke just to remind you he was old once, but then after that, he's going to be exactly the same as he was in volume before.
Yeah.
Like, I that's what I think they might end up doing. But if they do ultimately pull off, yeah, no, this is legitimately a different Jaune. This is the older, more veteran, salty Jaune. Yeah, I would actually very much appreciate that. I have no faith in their ability to do so.
I'll believe it when I see it.
All right. So
Yeah.
you
And I
guys
won't see
are
it.
sold
I know
that,
these
that they're
writers.
not going to remember that he's old. You just think
Bingo.
he's going to act like
I
a
think that
fucking.
they are going to write him as he was written previously.
And then
Perhaps not
occasionally throw
as
in a token line or two that
perhaps not as emotional,
Hold on, let Bert go.
because if he just went back to being as emotional as he was in previous seasons, then I mean we've literally just wasted an entire season's worth of character development for him. Then, in terms of like him getting to terms of who he can and can't save, you know, the Pyrrha shit and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Now,
So
Vex,
if we just go back to sorry,
go ahead.
stop
Finish
myself
your
there.
thought.
You're right. Yeah, if we just go back to that, then it's going to be so disappointing. And I'm a big Jaune fan. I love his character. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
So Vex, is that the only thing that will make you say it's filler, or was it more in this show?
No, no, it's more. I mean, everything I wanted them to do in the finale, they did the opposite, the exact opposite.
Okay. Well, like,
Let's
name
see.
some?
So John already went through that filler.
Uh-huh.
Ruby Rose, this was her volume. The volume was riding on her back, and they give her this depression arc.
All right.
And my hope was at the end of this volume there'd be something different, some different type of dynamic, something that she can carry into the next volume. All right, whether she maybe I don't want to be leader anymore, or like some type of dynamic that would make this volume mean something for this character. But as far as I can tell, if you were to skip volume 9 in regard to Ruby and pick up in volume 10, the character has not changed a damn bit. It is the same character.
It's been like 3 minutes though. How can you? How can you say
Yeah,
that?
we
it's
haven't
the same-
seen volume 10 yet.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I've-
that's just Ruby.
I understand the
could've-
concern.
I
though.
know these
Like,
writers.
Yeah.
I wonder how much is actually going to carry over from you end volume 8 where they all fall and you start where they come out the portal. Like, what's gonna be different? What's
What's
gonna
gonna be
change?
different?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
That's like the major running question. And like there are some weird things that like I realize is like we've spent a grand total of like 2 days in the Ever After.
Yeah.
Like that's like the Ever After. I mean, it feels longer because we have like the 10 episodes and we had parsed out. But it literally has just been they've been in here for 2 days,
Yeah.
and then they just come out, and it's like I don't have faith in Rooster to be able to write a similar but different dynamic with Team RWBY because they're already bad at writing a dynamic with Team RWBY. Like that's really where it comes from. It's like, what is different now than before? Because before you were already writing it in this weird like hot cold dynamic where half the time it feels like Team RWBY don't even acknowledge each other's existence, and then half the time they're like the most tightly bonded people on the planet. They will never forget each other. Yeah, we're best of friends. Let's kick some ass. Like literally throughout all of RWBY, it goes from like extreme cold to suddenly we're the best team in the world. Let's kick some ass. Yeah, typically in the action scenes. That's typically where it comes up. It's like, especially that last fight at the end of the volume. Now, this volume, I will say, has been more consistent than most on it. It's still bad at it, but it's been more consistent at like having kind of a through line.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of
I
their
think it
friendship,
helps-
I don't know. I think
think
it was
helps-
doing well. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I was gonna say I think it helps that there's no other characters. It's just
Yeah.
Team RWBY and Jaune.
Mm-hmm.
Then they don't have their huge army of side characters to continually interrupt Team RWBY and their dynamic with each other.
Yeah.
I
That's
think that's the only reason.
that's where I was saying earlier. I know everybody's like, it's an excuse. Okay, you know, I have my own opinion, so fuck you. No, that like things just kept
You
happening.
do?
That's what you told me, I think. No? Anyway,
I know, but-
things just kept happening. More important things kept happening. Me and Britt like see things differently when it comes to that fight with Adam. Like Britt thought that after that, yeah, they tongued and they were in a relationship. Where like I thought it was like, that's not the time to do that. They just murdered a dude. They're not in a relationship. So like things just kept happening. And I love the fact that whether, yes, I will give you guys that, oh, it's just a place that anything can happen and blah, blah, blah. And that's why it's good, because it's just an excuse that it's Neverland and there's no rules. Okay, but just isolate them, fucking force them. It was the whole fandom. Okay, was that lampshading? Was that, pandering? Honestly, who fucking cares? I'm happy, okay? That's what matters.
Yeah.
I had another stunning realization. It has taken them 3 years now to get through 4 days of content in series.
Well,
Well, yeah, because volume 8
Volume
was
eight
like
was
a
2 days.
2-day volume.
So we have 2 days in volume 8,
Oh,
2
I
days in
see.
volume 9. It
Wow.
has been 4 days in show, and it's
Oh,
taken
it's been busy.
3 years.
well, you're not
And it's
complaining
like
about that Kiefer Sutherland show. What the fuck is that again?
24.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, but there's like they skip years between the days. Like it's not like every single major incident. Although I think 6 and 7 ran up against each other back to back. I'm not entirely sure. It's been a while since I've watched 24.
It's gonna be hard keeping track of everyone's ages, because initially it was like, well, every 2 volumes they gain a year, but now these last 2 volumes it's like, oh, it's been a week. It's like, how old are you?
Did Ascension did the weirdest? Here's a question. So, did technically speaking RWBY ascend because she got her little like her little pendant back? Like she actually did physically change, if only slightly.
Yeah.
It's like
She kept her memories though. I don't think that's Ascension.
She just turned into King from Malhouse. That's it, though.
Wait.
There's no consistency to this Ascension shit.
Of course not.
Because, like, the way the paper pleasers worked, I thought for sure they were ascending before, and that's how Jaune knew how to protect them. But now, suddenly, with this ascension, they become rocks. So I assumed before they were just becoming paper again, and now they're rocks. And I'm confused why it took them now to finally become rock people, and why they couldn't do that before.
Because they were able to
because-
actually fix some shit, and now that Jaune, is busy.
It was Jaune was basically stopping them from ascending because he thought it was unaliving yourself.
Yeah.
And like the I'm just trying to think of like how to like put this through, because the ascension metaphor has been it's the biggest intrigue of the volume, and I appreciate them taking a stab at it, but I think they fell short. They could have fallen far shorter. Thank God they didn't, because that could have sent a really bad message in some ways. Because like there was big fears of like, oh, unaliving yourself is the answer. That was basically what I was afraid they were accidentally going to like just do, because they've done similar shit in the past.
I mean, when they put the trigger warning on that episode, it's like, guys,
Yeah.
you all right?
But they teased. They basically they invoked that discussion pretty early on with the whole Jaune framing and the RWBY framing, and then like they did the smart thing in having RWBY kind of come back as herself. It's like someone stepping back from the edge. So it's like they kept that, but then they get the mixed message in there, because then did Neo just unalive herself?
Oh no.
Because
Yeah, like...
like we had this entire arc where consistently it's like it's framed ascension as ego death, which is unaliving yourself. Ego death is the death of who you are, essentially.
It's a
RWBY
rebirth.
comes out of it as like, I'm good as I am. I'm not going to ascend. Whatever. Maybe I'll get a sparkly new belt buckle. Whatever. But she comes out of it brand spanking new. It's like, okay, great. She's an old classic RWBY. She is enough. She's the analogy of someone who went to the edge and then pulled back because they realized there was something worth living for. All right.
She got It's a
works.
Wonderful Life or
Yeah,
tapestried and decided to be herself.
Yeah, like that's great. All right, fine. That works. But then you have Neo, where it's like shown as a positive thing that she jumps off and it becomes part of the tree. And it's like, wait, no, she had shit to live for. She had revenge to go take.
Not according to Vex, she didn't.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly. You hear Vex back there?
No. According to me, she did. I was upset that they wrote it as if she didn't have anything left after she killed RWBY. That was annoying.
Yeah,
I don't buy
I
that.
agree.
That's just
I agree.
bullshit.
Oh, so you did
that's what I
accept
was
that
upset
she did have something after that?
Yeah, like getting revenge on Cinder, which was
Okay.
obvious.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
But
the
they
thing,
ignored
it's
it, and I'm supposed to buy that. No, it's
I thought
bullshit.
you were gonna
because
get
it
mad
has
at
been
that.
so long.
I think I don't know. Like
Because-
I was the one who said that she didn't really have much to do after killing RWBY, and that's because revenge on Cinder does not even come close to comparison to what RWBY did to her, which is like kill her best friend --
Yeah.
loved one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting considering she took her 6 to 8 months to come to realization that was Cinder's fault that Roman died. Correct?
Well, she didn't. She didn't blame.
I don't,
Okay,
Neo never.
she
knew it
blamed
was
Cinder as much
Neo.
as Cinder hired him to do the job, but like she didn't think
Yeah,
that Cinder directly killed Torchwick.
Okay,
She thinks-
all right.
yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. After Volume 3, there was a 8 month gap. During this time, Neo could have
Ruby.
come to the realization that it was Ruby's fault. Like, if you think Ruby killed him, you go after Ruby, right? That makes sense. She didn't do that. What she did was she chose to go after Cinder. Then Cinder convinced her that was Ruby's fault. Did I get that right, or was that?
That no,
I don't think
I've
she
seen your
went
logic.
after Cinder. I think
She
she
was
like,
six, she did.
didn't Cinder accidentally stumble into them at a bar, basically?
Well, she was looking for
No,
her.
no, no.
She was looking for her.
Little Miss made it clear there's someone else
Yes.
looking for you.
Yes.
And like basically, Little Miss was playing both sides effectively. It's like, okay, Cinder, I got you your information, but I kind of let it slip that the person looking for you. I kind of let it slip that you're here, and that's when Neo showed up and they started wrecking the bar.
She blamed Cinder. Then
Yeah.
Cinder said, "No,
She
actually, it was Ruby's
blames.
fault."
Okay, so it's gonna be tricky to interpret the motivations of a character that does not speak. That's fair.
Well,
But I don't think that it's like, yeah, I'm not going after Little Red now. I blame you for all of it. Like that seems like a bit of a reach.
She can blame both. Like that's the thing we're
Yeah.
trying to point
Oh
out.
yeah,
It's
but like I said, yeah, you were involved, so I'm gonna go take you out too. But then it's like, oh,
Well,
okay,
yeah.
so it was mainly just
well,
fucking Red.
yeah, you're right. She can't talk, so you gotta look at the fight scene. During the fight scene, she put on Roman's hat, right?
Yeah, she put on the hat.
walked up looking all sad, and Cinder
Mhm.
responded. These are writers. These are people writing the show. She said, "I don't have time for your misplaced blame, girl. I didn't kill your boss." That's the writers telling us that Cinder believes that she blames her, and that's kind of what we have to take from it.
Yeah,
and then
and
she says,
I interpreted-
"Actually."
Hold on, Vex, keep
Go
going. Finish what you're gonna say.
Well, then she said, "All right." Then it's like, let's go kill Ruby. She convinced her it was Ruby's fault. But my issue is for that scene to make sense for the whole, I'm frozen still, and because I've done my purpose by killing Ruby. I have nothing left to do. They should have made it clear over the last few volumes that was the only thing she cared about clearly. But she didn't do that. That wasn't the case. First, she went after Cinder. She wanted to kill Cinder. Then Cinder said, "No, let's go kill Ruby." Then over the course of the next few volumes, she had every opportunity to kill Ruby, but no. Cinder told her, "No, you're gonna do what I want you to do. You're gonna give me what I want first, and then we can go kill Ruby." So this
Also-
whole nonsense about. Go ahead.
May I real quick? That's when she realized she was the maiden and she was like really powerful and she backed off. She's like, "Oh shit, all right, right."
I can't take
Which is
this
why
one.
a lot
But
of people thought she was going to backstab Cinder eventually, but that never happened. She actually made her stronger. She went and gave her, she helped her double up on her power, right? See, if you want me to buy that was the only thing she cared about was killing Ruby, you have to write it that way. But instead, she had every opportunity to kill Ruby, but still, she did Cinder's bidding over and over and over. Now I'm supposed to believe, oh, this is the only thing that she ever wanted. I don't buy that. If she was disobeying Cinder every step of the way, and she was going like out of her way to try to kill Ruby the whole time, and in spite of Cinder's message, that would make more sense for the final scene that happened with her when she froze after she killed
I
Ruby.
think the part that I think maybe like misunderstood or like misinterpreted is like, I mean, when I saw it, I interpreted it like when Cinder said, "Don't blame me, you need to blame Little Red," and implying that Cinder blames her entirely. I think that's more so like Cinder is the reason why Torchwick was in that situation to begin with. Like, Torchwick was on her team. She hired him to do all of this. But Cinder wasn't the actual one to actually kill him. So in the sense that Neo blamed Cinder, not because she thought that Torchwick was murdered by Cinder or wanted revenge on Cinder, but it was more so like, "Hey man, you're the reason why my boss was there that night. I'm going to go take you out. And then when I can't take you out, fuck, all right, well, I'm going to go after the real person that actually fucking killed him," because that's what Cinder convinced her of.
I like.
Like, I think her
There were no
bloodlust for
questions.
Cinder stopped when she realized that she could use Cinder's help to get Red.
I think the problem is this also paints Neo to be
That's a
an
fair
idiot.
assumption.
It also paints Neo to be an idiot because like
She is.
it's like part of it is also like you were actively trying to kill Ruby. Like you and him were trying to actively kill her. And if she ended up killing Torchwick, which we know she didn't, she lost that fight. If she had managed to kill Torchwick, it's like you want revenge on her, I guess, fine, but like you brought that on yourself by attacking her. Wouldn't you rather blame the person that put you in the situation where you had to fight the girl that ended up killing your boss? Like when you follow the chain of logic, RWBY is just the fall person for the fact that Cinder got Roman wrapped up in all this bullshit. Or
I do
ahead.
think it's weird that Neo, like, as soon as Cinder's like, yo, we're gonna definitely just kill RWBY, Neo doesn't ever bother, like, worrying about anyone else after that. It's just RWBY. And I would think at some point she might consider, like, attacking Salem, who she clearly doesn't like much, or Cinder, even if she thinks she might die, like, she doesn't think she'd win. I think it's weird that after she succeeded in, quote-unquote, killing RWBY,
But
it was just, oh, and now I'm completely done, and nothing left. I can just sit here and die, I guess. It's like, you don't have any other aspirations?
But Critter, though, okay, this is what I give to Vex too. Like, nobody's mentioning this part. Yeah, the whole Roman thing, fine. Let's put that aside. Cinder stomped on her fucking hand for her to fall.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't even bringing that into the equation at all. Like,
yeah, the direct betrayal
Yeah.
at the end of Volume 8.
So I'll
I think
give him that.
I think it would have been cool if, and well, maybe if Neo basically went kind of crazy now that she can make her shadow clones, and there's Torchwick, he's right there, and she kind of like loses it a little bit to kind of lean into the Mad Hatter vibe they're going for. And then at the very end, when Torchwick says, "I know I'm not real," and she makes her illusion disappear, it would actually like, oh, she is getting better.
RWBY wanders into the mansion, just opens the door, just Neo in bed with Roman, just like, oh, I'll come back. Slowly.
She's not a character. That's the problem.
Yeah, okay, that's the one and only time you get to say that, okay? That's the one and only time. Because the way you describe a character, I was telling this to Fatman, I don't know if you saw the stream or not. It's like, the way you describe stuff, it's like, that's what a character is. Like, literally. I'm
not a
fucking
character.
making fun of you when you weren't around. But,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll middle ground this. She's a half-cooked character. We can middle ground this. She has characteristics. Yeah, she has characteristics.
His characteristics, yeah.
But it's like they're not fully formed. They're not well thought out. It's basically just every other character in RWBY at this point, where it's like we have an idea of what we want, and we're just going to just jump right into writing them, as opposed to actually taking the time and being like, okay, what would they actually do in this circumstance? Because really, the ending of this volume is where it falls apart the most. It's like the actions that Neo takes as the primary antagonist and then secondary antagonist are so incongruous with everything that we should know, that we do and should know about her.
Mm-hmm. This, especially being in the Ever After, this could have been a season of basically person versus nature more than anything.
I like your take, though, Critter, that the whole, like, she also could have gotten, like, literal mad with power, too. She, like, was just going ham. And that does affect a bitch. Especially if they're a really good character, Vex, you know? So, not a half character. Wouldn't it be, like, a third of a character? Because, like, Neapolitan, 3 flavors, what? Good night, folks.
Neo becomes whatever the volume needs her to be.
That's a character, baby. That's a character. That is what a character is called.
We'll change her semblance to facilitate the scene we want later on, where she gets mentally tortured by RWBY. It's just bullshit. It's just complete bullshit. Oh, we need her to do this. We need to do this. And there's no rhyme or reason. There's no consistency. There's no character. We need her to be A today. Tomorrow we need her to be B. Next day we need to be C.
I realize complete missed opportunity. Just the idea of her having 3 other selves, like she the 3 ice cream flavors, having the different colors, like having a white-haired one, a brown-haired one, and a pink-haired one, and like they all want different things.
That's racist.
One wants revenge on RWBY, one wants revenge on Cinder, one just wants Torchwick back, and like you could have those 3 playing off each other as like this silent kind of pseudo comedy duo, but also like kind of heartbreaking, like
Trio?
Trio. You're right. This trio that's like this mentally fractured person, this person that just like had their entire world shattered and she doesn't know how to move forward.
That's
and
a really good idea.
That's actually
really
really good, if I may, because she shatters stuff like pink glass. That's kind of cool, actually. Ooh.
Yeah.
And like the idea is like they're like they silently argue over what to do and how to go about it, and they summon different characters that they know of to actually talk to each other. Problem is, she doesn't know a lot of characters other than Torchwing. Like, at all. Like, I don't know why Clover or Lionheart were there at all.
That's why she's in the show to begin with.
But yeah, like that right there was an entire approach. An entire approach for Neo that they could have taken and they didn't.
Thinking about leading into the idea of, oh, well, she didn't want to fight Cinder because she knew Cinder was a lot stronger than she was.
Okay.
What if she agreed to team up with the cat? It's like, yo, this cat spits lasers out of its mouth. If it teams up with me, we could totally kill Cinder.
And all I have to do is eat pussy.
Actually-
Let's go. Yeah.
Jesus. I was not actually all that fussed with the twist villain as it is of this arc.
You were
I
not
thought
what?
that was just unnecessary. I
Oh.
wasn't fussed. Like I
Cat?
didn't care for the Mad Hatter cat being the villain of the arc. I think you
The
could
Mad
have just had
Catter.
Neo.
Oh God.
The Mad Catter.
It should be called Neopet. It should be Mad Catter. That's what it should be called.
Everybody
but
okay
yeah,
from
no,
that dumb joke? Good. Go ahead.
Look, Tom isn't here.
I know. We always just bring back Tom. He's the excuse we make these dumb jokes. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we make these jokes anyway, but it's like we just blame Tom now. It's great.
Whoever's not here, it's like, oh well, we got to make these jokes. Just
Until we get the one person in a room just talking to themselves. Making the
Like Neo.
Like, oh my God! Stop! Get out of my head, critter!
All right. No, she's
Brain
on your
worm.
head, Dashie.
I
She's
know.
on it.
Giving me it. Wait, what? Okay.
But no, the cat itself was weird. I don't know. Like I think you're right. I think it was unnecessary. I don't think we needed the cat as an antagonist. I think
It's like a
exploring-
twist villain. I will
Yeah.
give you that. The cat exists as a twist villain so that they could have this ending for Neo rather than having them fight and beat the shit out of Neo. Especially, okay, this all comes back to what you guys were saying before about how they handled Ascension and it's sort of parallel with Suicide, right?
Right.
And I cannot forgive episode 9 for how the rest of Team RWBY kind of just shrugged off what just happened.
Yes.
And just sort of continued onwards, and then felt pretty positive
Yeah.
about it once they saw the crafted people come
We
back.
talked about it pretty extensively in the reaction, but
Of course, yeah.
between episodes 7 and 8, they basically halted development to work on the movies. We know that as a fact, and we also know that
Yeah.
there was supposed to be an 11th and maybe 12th episode to this volume, where more things are supposed to. I mean, we have Neo on wheels. Like, we were supposed to have Wheelie Neopet over there.
That was so weird.
Because
Like,
you
but it
already get
reverberates
confused
out.
enough between her and Neon.
It reverberates out to episode 10, where Yang should have wanted to kill Neo. Just straight up, like, killed her. Should have wanted to kill her for what she
Yes.
did to RWBY.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I sure as hell
And
do.
even when, the cat is defeated and Neo's there and kind of like trying to decide what to do, it's like, Yang is like, oh man, RWBY, what should we do? Like
Like the more I think about this like split Neo idea, the more I realize, man, there was an entire potentiality here to have like this confrontation. Well, it could be an action set piece where like Neo's summoning things and all such. Maybe the cat's a creation of Neo. Maybe like she created it to like lure RWBY into a trap or something. I don't know. You could do any different direction with it, but more so focus on Neo as a character and her struggles and have it reflect upon RWBY. Like have RWBY reflect upon herself through Neo somehow. Have it be this moment of catharsis where like the final moment of the fight after this dramatic reviving of RWBY, after that the real climax is making Neo like reflect on herself.
Man.
Actually like think about what she's doing and why she's doing it and like actually forcing her to be a character. Yes, Vex.
I love you guys, man. I love you guys, man. I really do. These writers do not care about Neo. They don't
care about her enough to bring her in because people kept begging to see her again.
Yes,
Dangle her in front of you.
She was literally brought into the series originally because they wanted something cool for to escape the scene for Roman to escape the scene. Then they brought her back in Volume 6 because literally Miles Luna said we thought it'd make Neo's storyline more interesting. They don't care about this
They don't
woman.
care about.
They don't care about her. She's used to whatever they need to happen in a volume. Oh, we use this blank canvas Neo. Okay, we'll change her semblance today. She'll have new semblance. She'll team up with Cinder for no goddamn reason. It don't make no damn sense. She'll go give Cinder the relic, even though she's actively making her stronger. The woman who she originally blamed, or at least partially blamed. Let me say that she partially blamed. Nothing makes sense because she's not an actual character. She's just a thing they use to get stuff done.
You're fired. Stop it. All right, just
and don't worry, she'll be back. She'll be back.
Oh, she will be back. And because they do care about her now, it's okay to suddenly not care and then care again. She costs money to make. I care about money, bro. All right, so that's how they care. That made no sense. I'm just trying to tell him to stop. Go ahead, Ryder.
Waiting for the Neo Ascension spin-off book or whatever.
There you go.
We have to read that. That's canon. That's totally canon, right?
She is going to become the alpha and omega of this world. Like, she's going to replace the cat and the Jabberwock.
Yeah.
That's what I said. She's going to be the new yin yang.
Without the yang.
Without the yang.
Oh yeah.
Fatman, is there anything? Yeah, you were trying to say a couple things.
God, I forgot, man.
Okay.
What was I? What was I trying to say?
Dashie?
Yeah, okay, fuck off, Vex. I'm trying to calm you down over here. I got the leash on you, like, hey now, big boy. Hey.
Fight.
You made Fatman forget his point.
Don't make me get the leash. All right.
Yeah. Neo. What can I say about Neo that hasn't been said by
This is a fucking
Vex
eulogy? What the fuck? All right.
It is a eulogy.
All right, go for it. She did not fucking die. She's in
not
rehab.
Gonna come back with her
She's
memories.
in rehab.
I don't think you forget everything in memories.
The most positive thing you could say about it is that this Neo that we have known for the last like 8 seasons or whatever is actually dead. Because there's no way that she's coming out of the cocoon looking exactly like how she does and how she was, right? It would be a quote-unquote new, I hesitate to say the word character, or if not to incur the wrath of that.
No, say character all the fucking time, because that literally is what she is, all right?
She is a character.
Yes. But anyway.
I remember what I was going to say.
One.
Sure, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
That's different. There you go.
Yeah, I remember what I was going to say because this was back when Vex had like just started his diatribe on Neo.
His what?
Yeah, diatribe.
Diatribe.
What? Diatribe.
Yeah.
His diatribe.
It's like a rant.
Yeah.
Like a rant.
I just see Raven with a bunch of Diet Coke. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Like,
Diatribe.
okay.
So yeah, no, she got her semblance boosted, and
Yes.
like I wanted other characters to get their semblances boosted. Like I remember that at the beginning when we were like, wow, Neo made a bunch of clones of herself and beat up the Jabberwocker. That's really cool. I wonder what everybody else is gonna go through. Or like what Britt said in like the last reaction when he was like, oh yeah, no, I wanted Jaune's healing semblance to go wild. It's like, yeah, nobody else's semblance changed at all. Like I kind of thought they were doing that with RWBY when she flew off in episode 7, but they weren't really. It was like a big letdown that they like didn't change anybody else. I wanted like, you know, I said this in one of the reactions. Like I wanted RWBY to go like full Kirito from Sword Art Online, where it's like he's just standing still and everybody's slashing at him, but he's like moving so fast he can't get hit. Like
Yang's semblance works in reverse, where she starts off fucking a Goku level strength, and then when she gets hit, she just gets weaker and weaker.
I will say everyone's semblances was really boring this volume. Like every fight was won because they would activate their semblance and it would just be over. And it wasn't even like really cool looking more often than not. And I was like, I'm tired of this. So an upgrade would have been really appreciated for the heroes.
yeah.
I'm sorry to be rude, but I'm just really distracted by the fact that Vex wrote "suck it, Dashie" in the fucking chat. I did, don't you remember? Anyway, who else talking?
No, no, I mean, I'll be quiet. No, continue. Next
Actually,
person.
I am gonna like be rude for real. I have to go to the restroom, but please go on. I'll be right back.
Let me just say just one quick thing. Fatman.
Character? Yeah, go ahead.
The reason why Neo's semblance changed and nobody else's,
We know.
because Neo
No.
is not a character, and she's a plot device, and they needed her. They said we'll use her.
Something
to
stopped
be
me
like-
from peeing. Like, what happened just now? What happened? Something? Did somebody call in? The world just twisted. Okay, no, I'll be back. Fuck you, Vex. Stop it.
She's the tool that they use to accomplish whatever they need to accomplish in that volume. We need an antagonist that will chase them around. Okay, we'll change her semblance so she can become multiple Jabberwockers or whatever.
I am keegling the shit out of this pee. Fucking Vex. Please. Okay, please. Just don't repeat yourself
I'm good
so
though. I'm
much.
good though. I'm good.
You promise? Because I won't suck it if you don't promise. No, just kidding. I'll be right back. Fuck.
Oh, Dora Wolf. I can't. I just saw that.
I just saw that. That's so
I would
beautiful.
say-
So quick.
I would say they changed Neo's semblance to get an upgrade because they were finally faced with the fact that she had to speak words for herself. And they're like, well, let's just give her clones so they can speak for her.
Yeah.
I don't think did they ever. I guess the ones in Ruby's mansion spoke for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
Torchwood was basically just her mouthpiece.
Yeah,
You
they
know?
they kind of spoke in character. But yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, what was, you know, aside from Neo, obviously, what was the second most vexing part of the volume for you, Vex?
Oh man, of the volume. Unfortunately, after watching this finale, I look back on the volume and kind of like, like, do I really care about all the stuff that happened in the Ever After now? Now that I know that they chose to end the volume with Ruby smiling, walking through the portal, and John reverted back to being his younger, annoying self. Basically, these writers had every opportunity to make it clear to the audience that these characters are walking out of this place with some sort of a change that's significant. Had John been the older version himself, great. Had Ruby been a little different, like have a little bit more different outlook on being a leader or taking on Salem, if she expressed that before walking through the portal, great. But they made him a child again. They made him young again. They made Ruby smile walking through the portal. All right, guys, let's go get him. Let's go take on Salem and then win the day. I can't look back on the volume and think of like, oh, this happened, this happened, this happened. So I feel like none of it actually kind of mattered. What's not filler in this? What's not filler in this volume? If you're invested in Bumblebee ship, then you have to watch that scene, right? At least that one scene. If you care about Blake and Yang being together, you have to watch that scene to see them kiss. Okay, cool. And if you're invested in John, on why John maybe isn't like suffering through anything from killing Penny, then maybe you have to watch the volume to understand why he doesn't care that he had to kill Penny in volume 10. But besides that, you can skip this volume.
I agree. I feel like, especially keeping it in this alternate fantasy world, the Ever After, like, they're whatever development they had, it's fine, but it doesn't affect. They've had no effect on the actual plot or the world around them that matters, like Remnant. So I can't help but feel like we could have done this development, but still be in
You could have done
Remnant.
it elsewhere.
Yeah. Like,
It's a shame because I kind of liked the actual
That's the thing about it,
fantasy
like-
world that they built here, where anything could go haywire. But then, as Fatman brought up, not a lot of things actually went haywire. It was more so.
Yeah.
I tell you, the most crazy thing that happened in this world is that we would go to a place. Well, the people here sure are weird, and then we'd leave to the next place.
Okay, so we pointed this out. I think in the reaction was, arguably speaking, this is the best volume of RWBY. Unfortunately, unfortunately, it doesn't tie in to the rest of RWBY.
Yeah.
And a lot of the elements that made it the best aren't going to carry over because a lot of them were these fun, whimsical, crazy things that happen, like all of our characters being shrunken down to the size of mice.
like a suicidal village of origami stars. You know,
Yeah,
fun and
it's like-
whimsical.
Like,
I would say this was the most fun to watch week to week to week.
Totally.
I will say.
yeah,
Easily.
Yeah.
like this was a very fun volume. It had some strong writing in it. Like the as much issues that I have with the ultimate theme of the Ascension, the Paper Pleasers episode was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
Except
pretty
for
good.
that awful fight at the end with Blake and Yang, where they weren't actually hitting anything. But like, regardless of that, like that was such a fun episode conceptually, and it was done in such a fun way, and it had like a like, I know it's dark, but like it's fun in a dark way. Like it's that sort of thing. And none of that is carrying over into RWBY proper. It's like,
You know what's crazy?
oh, what's crazy?
Because the effect of the paper pleasers actually mattered to Jaune, that has more weight than Ruby's Ascension.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Nobody
Jaune
cared about
actually gave a crap and grieved for these things, and like
Jaune
it reflected
consistently-
on his own failings as a person.
Mhm.
Jaune, it's impressive how when you look at it, Jaune is in so little of this volume, and yet consistently he has gotten more development than RWBY did.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Like
This is
it
supposed to be her
baffles
volume.
me that,
I'm
like,
sorry, he's just the main character. I know.
Yeah, yeah, he is.
yeah, like legitimately, like I don't know why we pretend that RWBY is the main character of the show.
And
anymore.
Neo is the second main character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
No,
a
no.
stronger arc. He did.
No, she is all the second main characters. Remember, Neo is everyone.
Yes.
If there was
Neo is love.
Neo is life.
You're mentioning that initially there was going to be like 2 other episodes. I would have loved an episode of RWBY just on her own with Little before
Yes.
entering Neo's torture dungeon.
That was one thing that was theorized to be cut.
Torture
One
dungeon.
thing that was talked about being cut was that the cat and Neo teamed up. Apparently, that was a plan. Like they were actually
okay.
there was going to be a betrayal that basically him possessing Neo. And I think that would have been way smoother in terms of like getting us to Neopet, is actually having the cat and Neo interact in some way.
hmm
Wait,
Another thing I would love to see is more of just RWBY in the like special Ascension realm talking to the blacksmith, because that was her prime time to get her development. But also, I would have wished she could have gotten that development while talking to her friends and sister at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We invented a new character just for the sake of developing the main one.
What? So they were gonna have Neo get sucker played again.
She's not a very good trickster, is she?
No, she's not. She's like
she's written like a moron. She's written like a moron.
okay. Look, she's a rogue that specialized in charisma, not wisdom. All right, very clear on that. The only thing else in this volume. So like, let's run through the characters. Blake and Yang as a couple, that's coming out of this volume. Fine. All right. RWBY being happy with herself again after multiple failures. All right, fine. I guess that's what we take away from this. Weiss, I guess it's not the best. It's really not the best, honestly. But it's something. Weiss is more comedic now.
I don't think
guess.
anything happened to Weiss.
It's
Nothing
so
happened to Weiss.
Nothing of like note happened to Weiss this volume.
She just
Like,
needed to
Jaune-
remind us that she got pretty wings again.
Yeah.
She became Nora.
She had her thing last volume.
She did not become no Nora, Tom. Okay.
No, she did. She was
She
the
did
comic.
She did become
not.
Nora.
She was
first-
not full blown
like, the
She
first
Nora.
was a
half
bit
of
more
the-
of a comic relief.
She was
that's
not.
Yeah,
good.
she-
Oh my god.
But then she stopped being comic relief. When did that happen? Was that episode?
When she
when
she
did
saw
stop being
Dilf,
comic
that's
relief?
when. No, I don't know.
Episode
Yeah.
7.
when she-
God, it
first
was.
track.
I think it was episode 7.
Yeah, it was. She
Okay,
was-
so there's that. Then you have Jaune, who is now potentially, depending on their skill set, old man Jaune in young man Jaune's body. So we got that.
Yeah.
And then the final takeaway from this is the gods came from the ever after, and created Remnant because the Ever After couldn't handle the gods. The tree was like, "Fuck, you're fucking everything up. Go fuck up shit over there," and then they did. So, like, is that going to play in things? I don't know.
It would be
like,
so funny if it didn't. It'd be so funny if they never mentioned it again.
I really don't think it can. How? How does knowing that they started off as a goat and a deer affect anything other than what we've already had with the lore?
I think the only thing is that it implies that this is the way to deal with Salem.
Turn her into a goat.
Yeah, what is that?
Feed her the leaves.
Yeah, feed her to the leaves.
Yeah, they needed the Jabberwocker back. Like, you know, that would have been a great way to kill Salem.
Yeah, I was gonna say why don't they just go to Salem and be like, "Hey, look, you want to die, right? Like that's your main motivation."
Yeah, come down here.
Come to the Ever After.
We'll send
Canadian healthcare.
You know what? We'll send
Maple leaves with maple leaves. Canadian healthcare.
We'll set you what bonus out of spice. We'll put Oscar down with you. We'll put Oscar.
All right. Calm down.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
It'll solve everybody's problem.
Everybody's problem. You guys can just reincarnate down there and become something new together, and like you'll basically die and be reborn, and everyone will be happy, and then all of us here on Remnant, we can just live on our shitty, desolate world.
Yay.
Hooray, the end.
All right. So
I'm
a
wondering-
stupid question.
But you're right in the actual the backstory of the gods and how the gods came to be. I don't know if it actually matters too much, other than I suppose gently reinforcing what the blacksmith was talking about with like creation and destruction.
Why did you even add that?
Yeah. I don't
Why?
think it's, like we could have just
It's
finished
just
the volume.
lore
I don't think it
or
was.
world building. It could have
Let
been a world of
critters
random.
speak. Good.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say I don't like. We could have just finished the volume without tying in the lore of the brothers.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have changed anything.
Oh
Not
yeah.
a damn thing.
Like when I was like editing the reaction, and I got to that point, and I got to the point where they walked through the door, and I was like, that was a really good episode. And then I'm like, I look at my timeline, and I'm like, why is there more episode? I don't remember the credits being that long. Like I had forgotten about it in between editing like the discussion part of the video and editing the reaction part of the video. I was livid.
It's the question of what like. Because the question we really wanted answered was, what the fuck is the Ever After? And we kind of that was a question. It's like, why are they here? Why did Ambrosius' staff lead them here? Like how did that connect? What's the connection there? And why? What is it? What is this place? Why is it here? What does it do? We don't ever actually get that answer other than it's the place that the gods were born. So it's like, okay, so it's the primordial cradle, I guess, but what does that mean? Like you have invoked the fucking turtles all the way down scenario. What? like it literally is. It's just turtles all the way down. It's like, okay, well, I guess turtles.
I know what you mean.
Turtles all the way up, actually, I guess.
Yeah.
I know it's a meme that Fatman told me about, but explain that, please.
So it was some story of like.
It was like a physics professor
That's
or
right.
an astrophysics professor who had a student who
was like an
was like
indigenous, something like that.
Yeah, it's like
It's also
Zoroastrianism or something. No, it's a real story. Supposedly a real story. I guess it's like an urban legend. But like, this student of this astrophysics professor was like, well, fun little lesson you're teaching here, but the truth is that the world is not floating through a blank void of gravity. It's actually sitting on the back of a turtle. And the professor said, like, okay, what's that turtle standing on? Let's just like meet you at your argument and drill down to the core of that. So she said, what's that turtle standing on? Well, another turtle. It's like, okay, what's that turtle standing on?
The chicken, the egg, the
another
chicken, the
bigger
egg.
turtle.
Like, come on.
It's a bigger turtle.
Yeah.
And it's turtles all the way down. That's
Yeah.
the phrase.
Yeah, there is no bottom. It's all turtles. Like,
What are you giggling out over there, critter? Like what
I'm just looking at turtles all the way down. Just infinite turtles.
Infinite turtles, yeah.
Which, hey, you know what? Infinite turtles, not a problem. I am chill with the infinite amount of turtles. I think they're all good turtles.
No, there needs to be more character to the turtles. Maybe like a lion turtle from Avatar, sure. But...
They're all good doggos, all right?
Okay.
Uh,
Infinite
Broken
turtles,
element.
yes. Okay, all right, so go ahead and then I'll go. Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say, thinking about the Ever After, my biggest disappointment is that they never explain how Alex and Lewis actually got there.
Yeah.
All this lore,
Yeah,
and
that's
they
a
never
good
explained
point.
that part.
Yeah.
Accidentally.
It's okay. There'll be a book.
They clearly fell off the platform.
Actually watch it. Watch them actually release The Girl Who Fell Through the World. Like,
Ugh.
watch them actually release that as a standalone book.
Yeah. You know, like, people, you know, people initially said, oh, Lewis was one of the Ozpin hosts. And I thought that was, like, the stupidest thing in the world. But then I thought about it, and I remembered the story of the four maidens or the four sisters or whatever. And it's like that old hermit who gave away all of his power to the maidens. And I'm like, okay, so lots of Ozpin hosts do things that, or you know, like that Ozpin host anyway, the wizard, like, gave away a bunch of his powers. Like, and you can, or at least I do, headcanon that into thinking, oh, he's trying to weaken himself because he didn't like Ozpin. Like, didn't like the Ozma entity. And, like, maybe Lewis was, you know, an Ozma entity, you know? Who, you know, was keeping secrets and stuff, like, you know, because he recognized... No, wait, no, he wouldn't recognize Jaune. Maybe he let Jaune into the school because he recognized him as the Rusted Knight. I have no idea. I don't know.
Too many layers.
But like, I was just thinking, like, you know, it would be really cool if Ozpin or Ozma was secretly a bad guy, and the Ozpin hosts all went through this period of time where they realized what was up and tried very hard to weaken him before he, you know, could do anything dangerous. Like, what if Oz...
what are we on right now?
I don't know. Like, it's
trying to catch up.
ayahuasca, mushrooms, MDMT. I don't know.
Dude, too many
Okay,
turtles.
so if Alex's brother
Lewis
was an Ozpin and was also trying to protect the world from Ozpin,
by throwing himself into the Ever After. Yeah.
implying that he would know what the Ever After is before going there as a child.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, Ozma might know, and that might be part of, like,
I mean,
him.
the end of the day is that they don't explain shit.
Yeah.
we are.
Explaining stuff.
This isn't mental gymnastics. This is the mental Olympics that we're doing to try and figure out what the fuck happened to these children.
Yeah, what happened in RWBY?
I think honestly the
They just got a
simplest
back
answer
room.
is they were in a magic woods and they took a wrong turn and boom,
And
they're in the magic woods
Which,
now.
well, I mean, that
Yeah.
implies that somewhere on Remnant there is an open door to just lead straight back to the Ever After. It's like no
Yep.
one's taken care of. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
well, that's fine. dude.
It's like at the bottom of Remnant's Grand Canyon. Just...
I mean, there were like mice and all that in there.
No giraffes, though. Shoebills, though. No giraffes.
Well, they were too tall to enter the door.
You know what? I realized I did not get my Neo writing on a shoe bill, and I am
Oh.
angry.
Well, that's
Of
because
course
it's not a
isn't.
character.
She's not a character.
No, it should not.
She doesn't need to be a character
like-
to write a shoe bill.
The whole
Lay
the whole
sigh.
Alex the whole Alex storyline, looking back, is kind of like
It's weird.
it's kind of weird. Like they had her like I kind of like thought it was more interesting when they said like it was revealed like she was kind of like a bitch. Like she's awful. Like oh cool, maybe this is
Yeah.
going somewhere. Then in the end, like she had a change of heart, but why? Like
Yeah.
what's going on here? Is this weird? Like what's happening with Alex's character? Like what?
Like you
Oh,
touched on
oh,
something
shit.
there. I think the reason why the cat lied and said, "Oh, she's a bitch," is because like they wanted to try and hide the fact that the cat was the twist villain.
Wasn't it
But
Jaune
it was-
who said?
But John said she was a bitch.
I thought John, the cat told John what happened.
No, John was
Wait, no,
hanging
okay,
around with
I may
Alex.
be misremembering. I apologize.
You're both
John-
right.
John-
You're
yeah.
both
John-
right.
Lied.
Yeah, I was gonna say John considered Alex cruel and mischievous, but like it wasn't clear if that was his opinion after she poisoned him or if that was just his observation of her while they were traveling together.
His
Like,
observation was that she started to not trust everyone after the ayahuasca trip that they had together, and
And
just
right,
started
the
to
problem
be
with-
evil and selfish.
And the problem with John is he's kind of an unreliable narrator himself because he's kind of crazy. So like, what the hell is even going on with this Alex character? We don't really know what the hell happened.
I mean, it's
to
been
this day.
84
Like,
years of fucking nonsense, so I would go crazy too. So, not
yeah,
really
so it's
84, like
we
only
don't-
20 apparently.
We don't
which is
know
stupid.
anything about Alex. I feel like.
There was a point where I was nearly 100% convinced we were going to find out that the blacksmith was Alex.
That's
just,
what I
like,
s-
Yeah.
ascended
Yeah.
into something.
Yeah,
But
no, we
no.
did too.
There ain't no we.
And
I
no.
said no, yeah, I tried.
It would have made so much sense.
I
Wait,
was
but-
gonna
but-
say. Well, yeah, I was gonna say like that was one thing that I was very happy with is that we didn't get any kind of direct confirmation that Alex ascended or what she might have ascended into, but like we got, I think, subtle hints that like indicate that she became Juniper.
I still
Like,
don't. I don't know where you see that, Raymond. No clue where you're seeing
am-
that.
am-
I know
am
you
I
said the
the
framing and
implication
everything,
that-
but no.
She
Am I
had
being
to
crazy
have
for
went
this?
home because she wrote the book.
No, Lewis did. Lewis wrote it.
Wait.
But they died.
Excuse-
I'm confused.
No, Lewis is
I'm-
alive.
forgive me, but did they not confirm? Like somebody confirmed at the end that Alex was the blacksmith?
No.
No,
did?
no.
No. Who confirmed that?
Nope.
Oh, wait, no. Hold up. one
No,
second.
Okay.
I mean, I think they confirmed, if anything, that the blacksmith wasn't Alex, because the blacksmith was talking about Alex's ascension, as if, or the blacksmith was talking about stuff that happened before Alex got there. So, like, she had memories from before Alex was there, but like,
So
she,
to remind, sorry, I'm catching up because I'm slow as fuck. Did neither of the two children die, Alex
Yeah,
or
Lewis traveled back to Remnant and ended up writing the story of the girl who fell through the world. That's where the story
Okay.
comes from. That's how all this got started. He wrote an idealized version of his adventures with
I
his
could have
sister.
sworn
Because
at
his
some
sister
point,
never
and I
returned.
guess the character was lying, that they were like, yeah, Alex fucking threw Lewis to the wolves, and it was
That's
Alex
what
that
John
went home.
thought.
It started
John
to be
didn't
That's
know
what
that.
Jean thought. Okay.
But Alex did die at the end. Yes.
It's a very complicated situation where we have like 3 different people telling the story, and
Yeah.
2 of them are very unreliable narrators. So,
Yeah.
and they're telling it out of order also. So
Right,
And
it's
it's
just-
very, like,
mechanically-
It's telephone. It's
And-
plain telephone. It happens
Yeah.
anywhere. It happened here literally like 2 seconds ago. So
And-
Wait a minute.
And mechanically, we don't know what happens to someone after they like a human that dies in the ever after. Well, we presume that maybe they just straight up die, or do they ascend like everything else in the ever after that dies, like Little
It's
did?
not. It's not actually Ruby. It's just a skinwalker that has like Ruby's face and memories.
Oh,
now,
that's-
see, that
that's
would be a
Skinwalker
really
movie.
cool thing if it's like, oh no, this is just like some evil ever after spirit, like worse than the cat
Yeah.
that ascended into Ruby's body.
we're gonna get into
Like-
questions here pretty soon. I know we've
Okay.
been
Yes.
we've been yapping our fucking
Good.
faces off, but promise, yeah, no, it wasn't for nothing, guys, and just keep trying in the chat too. By the way, you'll be seen.
We have 89 people watching right now.
I have 95.
nice.
Oh.
Sweet.
How many likes?
yeah.
People keeping up with them likes, huh?
Yeah.
I have a
Get on that
rock.
shit, people. Don't make me get the whip out and the leash. Right, Vex? Right. All right, I was going to say something different. Okay, so as far as people in here, and then we're going to go into questions. By the time you finished watching the show last week till now, did anything significant change? Like, now that you're marinated? Britt.
The stuff I've already mentioned. Well, like I feel like Teams Ruby's reaction to what happened to Ruby and their anger towards Neo was just completely undermined the rest of the season for me.
All right. Raymond?
No, I don't think I've actually shifted all that much on my initial readings on things. I really am. I think the biggest thing was just the Ascension analogy being paralleled to unaliving yourself. That's really where I'm like drawing the most hard line of like, what the fuck were you exactly trying? Like, I appreciate the darker attempt at theming, but like you have sent a really weird mixed message with all of this.
Okay, and this is what changed between last week and this week, like more feeling of that.
It's gotten more intense. Like just
Okay.
the what were you thinking?
All right, Vex.
What's up?
Has anything changed from when you last saw it last week till now? Any of your opinions? And obviously we know the main ones that you have. Did anything else like change at all?
Did anything change?
Any of your opinions? Now that you've been on Twitter all week, or like you've got other people's point of views and stuff.
Not really, honestly. I still feel the way I feel. I think that the chapter, it was weak in the sense that there was much stronger choices they could have made to make this volume feel more like important to the overarching narrative and the future of the show, and they went the opposite direction. So now I kind of look back at the volume, kind of like, things happen, I guess, and yeah.
So
but no, not really. I don't think I changed.
Okay, Fatman.
Mostly, I'm more annoyed about the brothers, backstory. Like, I feel like that just wasted our time, and that the whole series would have been stronger if they had just left and went back to Remnant.
Okay, so is that something
Without
that
any
you
of that.
didn't mind at all while we were watching it in the reaction, and then it changed over the week?
Yeah, it changed yesterday when I was editing actually editing the reaction part of the reaction, and I got to that, and I'm like, why is there so much episode left? That was such that was such a good end.
Yeah.
That was I feel like just cutting that would have improved the whole season.
Cutting it completely or replacing it with something else?
Cutting it completely. Just taking out that last 7 minutes of fucking exposition dump.
Okay.
I got more and more annoyed with it as I was watching through it the second time.
All right. And Critter, I know you just finished it literally yesterday, so I don't know how much you marinated, but has anything changed since yesterday, I guess?
I guess I hate the first half more. The more and more I went through the first 3 episodes, I kept looking back and being like, God, those 3 episodes just suck. And I kept being like, you could have done so much more with those first 3 episodes, and I just hate them now.
Yeah, the first one for me was the weakest, yes, but why the other 2?
Because it felt like they wanted each episode to be Team RWBY enters a place, something happens, shenanigans, they move on to the next place. And then after episode 3, that's where we finally meet the cat. We finally start moving things in a more figured out direction. And in the first 3 it was a lot of I think you could have just expedited some of it. It could have been 2 episodes rather than 3,
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, I remember you saying that yesterday, that you didn't like the whole king thing. Why?
Yeah, I didn't love the king thing either.
Hated him. And it could have done... I wanted a birthday. It was his birthday. Where was a cake? Have them running around being small, kicking over giant, presents for him and stuff. There were so many things we could have done, and no, just chess.
Oh, okay, so you actually don't like him because he's a little fucking brat. You just don't like his anything.
Yes, he's a very annoying character, and it's just so much all at once. And it's I got how annoying he was right away. I didn't need 17 more minutes of just that. We could have done more interesting things.
Yeah. So you didn't like a character, and you didn't need somebody to just repeat the same thing over and over again about how it's not a character, right? Love you, Vexfer. Okay. All right. For me, what has changed? I think I don't like, and I'm about to start some shit over here, but I'm seeing I'm seeing more of what Vex is saying about Neo. Not obviously not as much. Nobody can see as much as what he sees with Neo. Okay, but
Thank you.
yeah, hey, I'm here for you.
He
But-
sees the world through rose and brown and white tinted
And
glasses.
vanilla. Yeah.
Yeah, all the ice cream. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I like vanilla. Vanilla's the best flavor because I can make it my own in any way. Anyway, all right. So, we're talking about RWBY and Neo. Just, I hope. I didn't want her to come back. She's like, okay, they need to like kill her off. There's no redemption for her. Blah 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 blah. But after what Critter said, actually, with obviously we don't know if this is happening. I doubt that this is happening. That the writers are going to do this, but I like the whole Mad Hat, like leaning into the Mad Hatter thing. She just went completely nuts, and then after realizing, after Roman said, yeah, peace, I'm not real, babe, and then she just like, boom, and it may not be very believable on how fast she like turned, but that does happen. That has happened. It literally has happened to me in my life, where it's like, how do you go that fast? It does. I know lots of times, if not all the times, I sound like I'm just making excuses for RWBY and stuff. I promise that's not what I'm doing. I like to hear everybody's, opinions and then, give my own. And Neo went down a lot for me in this past week after hearing you guys out. So
That a girl.
fuck off.
Of course, Neo.
No, I love Neo now. Never mind, guys. That was all fake. That was filler.
Of course, Neo went down. It's confirmed she eats pussy.
Exactly. Yeah. And I don't care, Raymond. I know you claim to have said it, but you didn't say it out loud. So that was my
No.
joke. My joke
I
only.
basically I started and left it implied, and
He cut it
I
off
wasn't-
halfway through.
Yeah, I cut
I
it off
know.
halfway through, and I kicked myself because I should have completed the thought, but you did it. It's your joke.
When will you learn? When will you learn that I love to just keep stomping on you? I love to just fucking stomping, put my heels on. And which, by the way, your best joke of like my entire life with you is like when we were talking about Little and he got stepped on. And you're like, and the fandom's gonna be wondering, why wasn't that me? I love you. I love you so much. Because like the comment section of that video was like, yes, wait, what was it? Yes, please. Somebody point me to the please, Dashie, please step on me line. Yes, and there was like so many beautiful simps. Yes, I love stepping on stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get into some fucking questions after 3 fucking hours. We're at 100 right now, 100 viewers. Welcome, have a seat. We're just starting. Just starting.
Hey-o.
Okay.
You missed nothing.
No, you didn't. Just.
It was
Vex
literally
complaining.
just an hour and a half of Vex being like, Neo is not a character. Neo is
Yeah,
not a
that's
character.
literally it.
It's
Right.
burned into everyone's mind.
Yeah, in the comment section, remind us of what
Oh,
Vex was
Summer
doing.
Rose.
What?
We didn't
Oh,
talk
crap.
about
No,
Summer
no,
Rose.
no, we didn't.
Whoa,
Yeah,
we're gonna
moving
get
on,
into
we're
some
moving
questions
on.
first. We're gonna get into
This
some
guy
fucking
just said,
questions.
and that just tell you how it is, right? We completely forgot she was in the show.
Summer Rose, I didn't know she fell.
All right, on the questions.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I've been defeated.
Steel Angel 2000 to ask, do you think they didn't give RWBY a new outfit because they're all probably getting new outfits in Vacuum anyway? Like,
Yeah,
like
I do think
desert
that's it.
stuff?
Yeah, I do think that's the plan, but I'm still annoyed that they didn't, because they could have given her, like, they're gonna give her some lame like desert outfit. She's gonna be dressed like a Jawa from Star Wars. It's gonna suck. They could have given her like the coolest fantasy outfit, full of like ever after stuff, and like they just blew it.
I think the
Like
best, the most wasted potential there is that they had the opportunity to not change her weapon, but they could have changed how it looked to
That's
imply
what I
that
was
she's
gonna
still
say, yeah.
RWBY, but she's changed and she's developed.
Like, do
that
something
would-
Pyrrha-esque to it? Like, add some gold?
There is. It now has a
Something,
second
anything.
blade going the opposite direction. It's now a double scythe.
Yeah. Hey, okay, I have my own question for you guys.
No.
the thing I
Did you
What if
join
you're
our
turning
Patreon?
line?
No. Did you
Did
join
you
our
join Neo?
Discord? No. All right. Well, what is it, real quick? What?
Which one of those thumbnails looks better?
Oh God, really? In the middle of us right now?
Which,
Yeah, it's important.
what do you think? Jack?
Sorry, guys. I like the cat. I like the circle cat.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that one. I'm very partial to that circle cat.
That
That's really
pops out.
cute.
It's really cute.
Yeah, it's got to be the
I know.
circle cat.
Mhm.
Or if you want the one that's going to get you the most views, it's going to be the RWBY pose with the scythe and the silhouette.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's going to be
those.
the one that gets you views, but if you're based, you'd pick the circle cat.
And,
Yeah.
Put the circle cat behind Ruby.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah, like the
okay, all right.
moon.
Beautiful.
I was
That's
gonna say,
exactly what I'm gonna do.
the runner up
that'll
was definitely like the third runner up for me was definitely the God of Light lifting up the little miniature. I like as much
yeah.
as I hate the God of Light, the God shit.
It's
That
super
was
cute.
It's super fucking cute.
No, I
Yeah.
got it. You got okay, Critter. You got to give Fatman like your thumbnail, bro, for the background of RWBY.
I'm going to post these in the tundra just so that they know what we're talking about and we're not complete madmen.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, please, yeah. Okay.
So I put that in the questions and
Okay,
reactions.
here I'll
Okay,
go ahead and
yes.
put it in the chat
Alright.
too. So
All right,
you guys
thank you. That was yes.
want to read the next question while I put this in the chat for them?
Yes, I will read the next
Excellent,
question.
thank you.
Next question is from Normandy, 1998. Is there anything from RWBY Volume 9 you're excited to try in FRBT? I guess that's one's directed at me. And going to be completely honest, the idea of fixing Volume 9 right now is so up in the air. We literally are even questioning whether or not we go to the Ever After. Like, I'm just completely transparent.
Just
Like,
skip a volume.
that's one of those things where it's
Put
like,
Vex's Fairy to the test.
we literally do not
Yeah.
know. I need to know what the impact of this all is. Now, exploring RWBY as a character, we have some ideas. We have actually a lot of crazy ideas. But, woo, man, that is a big question that I do not have an answer for. So yeah, so let's see. Asajj Ventress asks, "Do you think that RWBY will force the gods to ascend in order to neutralize them?"
Love that.
That
name,
seems
by the
more
way.
like an
Dumb
idea
shit.
to do for Salem,
Yeah,
not the gods.
Yeah, what have the gods done wrong?
everything.
They fucking suck.
Yeah, and I like.
them with leaves.
Take some leaves.
As-
Why
as
did
far
they
as-
take
okay,
any leaves
If
with
I remember,
them?
the story right is that they're going to come back in like 50 years or something and do a judgment test on humanity, right?
Well, they're gonna come back when the
When
They're
the
gonna-
plot is
when-
convenient.
yeah. When the relics get reassembled.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
That's what Salem's trying to do.
Yeah, it's not a time limit thing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, I guess more likely for Salem. That's honestly it.
They could just make
Legion
Salem into a
asks-
Karen and tell Salem that the gods' mom is down there and talk to the mom, have her punish the gods or something.
I want to talk to your god manager.
All right,
It's the blacksmith comes up, it's like, okay.
slaps, throws
I
her
can give
fucking
you
towel
that
down. I guess
coupon.
a coupon. Okay.
Yo, what are the gods' names? Like, what's the Jersey mother accent gonna be? Like, oh,
Don't make me feel. I can do it.
Ogilvy, what are you doing?
I'll
you
see how
you're
the
playing
top
with
of
your
the-
toys again.
Yeah, brother's an eldritch horror.
Don't make me get your father. Don't do it. All right.
You lied to me.
Sorry.
Legion asks, if you guys could replace any character from the Ever After for another Alice in Wonderland inspired character, what or who would they be and why?
I
Kim was
want
pretty
Beats
underutilized.
me.
See, I've never read the books. I know there's way more. The only thing I know Alice in Wonderland is Disney. I'm so
I
fucking
was gonna say,
basic.
I know Critter
So-
has thoughts on this.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I read the book in high school.
Okay.
I want Bill the Lizard. A weird underrated character. Bill the Lizard. He's just a lizard. His name is Bill, and I love him.
Nice. Just Bill the Lizard. Cool.
That's
Yep,
What
yep.
was he cooking?
All right. Brownjacker asks, what was your favorite and least favorite scene of this season? That's a good question.
Of the whole
I-
fucking season.
My scene,
I mean,
scene that
good
narrows
question.
it down too
I
much.
think I've got my answer of the beginning of episode 9.
Which is what?
Least favorite. Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
an
least
easy
favorite.
one. Yeah.
When they translate over from Ruby's sewer slide over to like this weird transition where they're walking to back to town and like, oh man,
Yeah.
just
Even
Yeah.
though, yeah.
Okay.
So that's definitely an easy least. Most favorite. Ooh, that's a hard question.
Gotta think about that.
I have my least.
Okay.
The scene where they found out that their good friend had been in the ever after for God knows how long, and Weiss's first reaction is, "Oh my God, you're hot."
Okay.
Hated it.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I can commiserate that a little bit.
Yes.
I kind of felt really bad for you, Max. I could see you like actually feeling, pulling that heart out and like dusting it off and feeling for Jaune, and then here comes Weiss with her fucking horniness.
My least favorite scene is in episode 1. It's when Weiss and Blake are trying to pull Gamble Shroud out of the vines.
Oh my God.
And Weiss is
Just
doing
like, yay,
like jumping
yay,
jacks.
Yay!
I
Yeah.
can't stand it.
Yeah,
That was
I think
so
I may have
weird.
to agree with you. Hold
That might actually take the cake because like that is a whiplash of what the characters should be acting like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, so literally, Weiss, your family might be dead. like you don't know what happened to them. Why are you so perky?
No.
And
I do know what my favorite scene is though.
Oh.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna finish.
Actually,
off another
hold on
thought
to
there.
that. Britt is next.
Yeah.
Go, Fatman. What are you about to say something?
Yeah,
about?
okay, yeah. Because it's like, you say Weiss's whole family might be dead, but it's like, no, that's how she was acting. Like, she should be thinking, oh yeah, okay, they got through the portal. They're safe in Vacuo. Like, the fact that she
Wow.
was like that for, like, the whole first 3 episodes and like, oh, everybody died. It's like, no, you shouldn't think that. You should not be thinking that. You should be thinking that you, like, sacrificed yourself to successfully rescue all of the Atlas and Bantal citizens. Like,
I see what you're getting at. Safe
Yeah.
is a bit of a relative term there, right? Was it more? Do you think it was more like the fact that her house is pretty much gone, or her country?
well, okay, if it was her house, then it's like that. Then her, like, volume 4.
No, she was
was
kind of.
shit.
You were right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's just so much. There's so much that it's like, oh, why is everybody going?
Okay, well,
Britt, you were saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, my favorite scene is when they all got high, smoking that Zaza,
Ayahuasca.
and they had like their one-on-one moments. Now, individually, I didn't mind much for like each individual character's like self-triumphant moment, but just like the hard cut of like them being like, yeah, we did it, we are so great, and then just hard cutting to Ruby just staring down at herself, and
Yeah.
like
Go
that
on.
was the most impactful depresso moment for me for like Ruby's current struggles. It's like, oh damn, that was really well done. I liked that. That was good.
the
I got.
I was gonna say my best moment, best scene, probably the introduction of the paper pleasers. If I'm being honest,
They were pretty cute.
that was like really adorable, and like it ended up building into something that was really impactful. I mean, the next runner up to that is obviously their death. It's like the dam collapsing. I liked Ruby blowing up on everyone. I'm trying to think of what else the guy there was the one that was blowing away. He's like, hold these rocks. That was adorable.
that was very cute.
And I'm gonna go super basic bitch. I mean, I was gonna cheat, but you guys would never let me have this. I was gonna say anything with Juniper, but no. Or little, but basic bitch is when it's the Bumblebee episode when they come out and they're all staring, and even Juniper is like, huh? Like Juniper's face there was the best. That's now like just she was like, huh? Like her ear twitched. Oh my god, so cute. All right.
Juniper was the best.
All right. So Juniper or Little, you have to pick one.
Little.
I'm picking Juniper.
Juniper. Mm-hmm. all the way.
Yeah.
It is more convenient to have a tiny rat friend than it is to have a big jackalope friend. Even though jackalope friend is very fluffy and cute and very much fun, like a very easy mode of transportation.
Strong, yeah.
Very strong.
And protect you
But-
in a fight.
You need to take into consideration everyday living. Like everyday living, it's a little bit harder to take care of a larger animal. And also, it's not like a companion that can like talk to you and hang out with you. Just like they're just there. It's more like a pet versus having a friend.
Nah, I see. I'm a hugger. I'm a pouncer, and I would kill Little. I would just smother
All
Little.
right, that's fair. I'm not arguing against you.
You would just
it's
take
very
one
hard to-
solid bite out of Little.
Oh hell yeah, bitch!
Gummy bears.
Yeah. If nobody's gonna say it, my favorite scene is from episode 2, the Penny speech.
Oh, that is great.
Oh,
Yeah, Penny, very controversially, is like one of, if not my least favorite character, and that speech made me legitimately care about her.
Aw,
And
yay!
that was
Alright.
that was
You old
wild.
softy.
I mean, speaking of softy, what was your favorite, Max? You only gave me non-favorites over here.
Probably the end of chapter 7. Everything after the death of paper pleasers. I like that.
You guys and your numbers, yes. You need to explain to me what happened.
Yeah.
So after the paper,
He likes the homophobic Ruby.
okay. And we got both from each.
Yeah, I think we did. Anyone else not say theirs? Anyone?
I kind of agree with the Vex though, but not so much it's more the beginning of episode 8 when Ruby specifically yells at Little, because that's when I was like, oh shit, Ruby.
Yeah,
Damn.
that I said in the reaction, the most hated character in all anime right there. Fuck.
I kind of just jumped on the bandwagon with my least favorite scene. If I had to pick a unique one, or one that nobody mentioned, I would give it to the brother lore.
That's fair.
I don't necessarily think it's like a worse scene than the beginning of episode 9. I mean episode 9. But man, it just that was so out of desire for me.
Yeah, I
have a
do
question.
want a special mention for my favorite, which was the Neo says goodbye to Roman scene. Like, as much as that there's so many bad things around what's going on there and what that ultimately leads to in terms of the theme, that goodbye fucking broke my heart so much. So I was so sad to see that happen.
Yeah.
Brit?
A special for my favorite, just because nobody else is gonna mention it, is mentioning CL.
CL. Okay.
Oh,
gotta
God.
give him
Fuck, I forgot about that
props.
Dukes go boo. Who said boo just now? What the fuck?
Definitely not
God.
me.
All right. Well, Bray was trying to say
Yeah,
something.
Brit wanted to
Yeah,
say something.
I don't know much to say. I was wondering if it'd be a fun request. Could we get a poll going in the YouTube chat? Is that something we can do?
In this
Oh,
chat.
we can make
yeah, yeah.
we can make a
Once and
straw
for all,
poll and then drop that
between
in there.
Little and
No, actually,
Juniper.
In this chat. Okay. How do
I think
never
you can
done
do a
this, so
YouTube poll.
How do I
Yeah,
do a
I'm not-
YouTube poll? Let me see.
I'm expecting it overwhelmingly to go to Little, but there's hope for us Juniper stands out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the thing is, I think it'll be more even than you expect. In fact, I
Really?
I expect Juniper to pull out ahead, honestly.
No, I think
we'll see.
Little's
We'll
so
see.
favorite. All right. Let me see. How do I do this?
Well, while she does that, I'll ask the next question.
Yes, yes.
Barack
this is-
Butler asks, does the show still feel like RWBY to you? In the sense that you could look at a screenshot and be like, oh yeah, that's definitely RWBY and not some other CG monstrosity. No. Frankly speaking, it hasn't felt like RWBY since Volume 3. Like, if you're talking screenshot visually, it hasn't felt like RWBY to me for years. It feels weird.
You know what's weird? I'm gonna also say no, but I'm happy with that because I saw what the new movie looks like, and I think it looks awful.
I'm gonna
Like,
also say
Go on.
no. I'm gonna also say no, but that's just because they do a lot of weird things with their facial expressions this volume. So, like, not always for the best, but it doesn't feel the same as RWBY.
Yeah.
or a master. I'm referring to the DC Comics thing that they're doing.
All right.
Yeah,
I
polls
got the
up.
poll in the chat. So pick one,
Okay.
guys.
I'm going with Juniper.
So, sorry, Vex, do you think the show still feels like RWBY? And is that good or bad?
No, it doesn't, and it's the writing's still the same, but visually, it doesn't really feel like a completely different show now. Like the vibe that you get from the earlier volumes, from RWBY, like even though some of the animation and the look was kind of wonky, there was a I don't know. I think I prefer that to what we got now. It's weird. I can't really put my finger on it, but
I think season 4 is like the cutoff point where the show just sort of shifts, right?
Yeah.
Like you've got the school arc with the 3 seasons, and that feels that. I think if you were to ask someone like what they think RWBY is, they'd probably point to that first 3 seasons, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I want to meet the person who points to Volume 7. That's RWBY.
I know you're all butthurt that nobody picks Volume 4. You're so mad at that. I don't understand you. Never will.
I thought it was the first really good one. All right.
Because in Fatman's mind, that's when the show starts.
That's where it definitely could. But yeah, no. Okay, I'm gonna say that RWBY is so thoroughly lacking in identity that like my main thing to say about it is like only the current volume is canon. That I'm gonna say Volume 9 is actually like quintessential RWBY.
No, I get it.
Required read.
Yes.
So let's see. Next question is Lillian Lycoris. I can never pronounce Lycoris, whatever. Do you believe that Jaune being 50 will be addressed or forgotten? We've already been over this. We
Yeah, we did.
we hope it'll be addressed. We think it'll be forgotten.
I don't have faith in them.
No.
Because he's not like old man body anymore, so they don't have easy jokes to make out of it.
I
Like,
think there would be a
like,
difference,
I'll tell you
but
what
not that
was-
much.
He would be dad, right? Like he would be like, "Oh, Nora, don't run on the pool."
gonna
but
be-
like that's like it could take over the protective nature, even though like part of his arc was getting over that overprotective
Acceptance.
nature.
Yeah.
No, he does
acceptance.
get over it. He just lets them die now.
Yeah, don't worry, Nora, you'll come back. No, it's different now, Jaune. Oh,
It's definitely
Shit
gonna
happens.
be. There's one scene at the beginning of volume. What would this be? Volume 9 or volume 10? Volume 9. No, sorry, it would be volume 10. Where Jaune meets Nora and Ren again for the first time, and he's gonna freak out a little bit, and they're gonna be like, "Well, what's his problem?"
Yeah, it'd be like a joke, like a little comic
it'll be
relief,
a
like
joke.
an inside joke. Yeah.
Well, it's been a couple of years. Like, I imagine it's going to be a year or two, so it's going to be a pretty heartfelt.
okay, we do not know.
I'll see it in
we
writing.
don't know.
Don't-
at this
Yeah,
point.
when I'll believe you when I see it in
No,
writing.
I'm going to
Try a
say-
month.
Guys,
No.
guys.
No. I'm going to push
relax.
back on this.
Raymond was just trying to say a thing. God.
I'm going to push back on this because if you look at Amity Arena, it's been turned into a freaking flagship. That does not happen overnight.
They are,
like,
it
it
does
has been-
happen.
Nick said 6 to 8 months, so yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it has either been, like, it has probably been closer to a year at minimum. I would say it has been a minimum year time skip
Interesting.
at this rate.
Well,
yeah.
I'm just hoping for 20 years, 30 years.
I'm
I'll
hoping
take
for a
5.
year time skip too.
I have a mini question sort of to theory craft off of that, if you don't mind. If it has been that time, do you think we're going to get an episode where it's just the other side? Like them getting to there and like what they were up to this whole time?
I think we would actually.
I'd like that. Go on.
I would like
Sorry,
that,
credit.
but I bet it'll be just that same like 2D storybook style, like how they did with telling the gods lore or
Yeah.
telling the Alex story.
Yeah,
It won't be an
yeah.
actual full episode.
So okay,
It'll be a
okay.
brief
Would you
thing.
prefer that or nothing though, Critter?
I guess I'd prefer that.
Okay.
What I would like is hard open on volume 10 is we pick up immediately where we left off back in volume 8 with everyone in the desert, and it's like it's a progressive like periods of like months or years as like They make their way to Vacuo. They get adapted to the lifestyle. You see everyone kind of coming to terms with Atlas falling, and like it's kind of like a not a slideshow, but like a montage of like these characters getting more and more like beaten down and depressed, and then you have Team RWBY and Jaune walk up looking fresh faces as ever, and it's like a complete contrast between the two. Like that's how I would play it. I think that would be a way stronger way to open that volume. But I fear we're gonna get just a open where we left off on volume 9 with Team RWBY and Jaune walking out of the portal and then running up to these people, and then maybe we get an episode that fills in with that slideshow style.
So
Like,
you
that-
want Team RWBY to walk in on their eulogy, basically, like boom, bitches.
More like walking on as a shining ray of hope kind of thing.
All right.
But like a kind of a depressing ray of hope, and it's like, wow, you guys look like you haven't aged a day. Whoa.
I could make a Wheel of Time reference, but I'll spare you.
Hey, Raymond, you said Amity's been turned into what?
A flagship. Look at that.
I'm looking at it.
That
Okay, fair.
it is now a full battleship. It has a front bow, for fuck's sake.
Or is that just a ship in front of it? And it's in the
That's what I'm
background?
thinking. Is it like
Raymond,
it's
you
like a
didn't
ship in front of it?
You didn't consider that someone has a building semblance.
I know, right?
And
just
guys, I'm
Minecraft
putting this picture. I'm putting this
creative
picture
mode.
in the chat for you guys because
Yeah, at
it will
first
take
I-
me
at first
forever
I
to put
thought-
it in the fucking screen.
It looked like a ship was in front of it. Like that's what I thought at first.
Okay, it could be. You're right. It could be a ship in front of it. However, I have seen the designs for airships before, and if they made it an airship that fucking ugly, I would believe it. Like you see
Yeah,
the
I'm not
Mistral
sure.
airships. The Mistral airships are the worst
Tier 2
fucking
engineer.
things ever. They are goddamn. Like if you actually look at them, they make no fucking sense. This is my
All right.
forklifts.
How many
for
questions we got?
semblance. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 left. So I'll ask them. Legion asks, it seems like the writers are trying to have RWBY master talk no jutsu, but every time she's tried to use that, she's not only failed, but also gets attacked. Do you think they'll have her tried it against Salem in the final battle? If so, do you think there'll be different from any other time she's tried? I don't know.
That's an interesting point. Did RWBY talk no jutsu last season?
Oh, you know it, bro. Well, I don't know. I
The
can't remember.
communication array.
I can't remember. That's what I'm asking.
I can't
I
remember.
feel like
either.
When they
Yeah,
said
it's
I'm
Amity,
willing to give a little bit of benefit of the doubt with the idea that Ruby's just so fucking tired and depressed. She doesn't want to fight. She's like, listen, do we really have to fucking do this? All right, fine, let's fight.
No, I want her to be like, you say she's tired and depressed and doesn't want to fight. No, I want her to be like tired and depressed and like Indiana Jones versus the sword guy. I want her to just be like,
Just-
no.
she doesn't- yeah,
Let's-
you're
Let's
right.
let's just go and like shoot Salem in the face.
That's fair.
And don't worry, guys,
MKG
we will be addressing Summer. Just we gotta get through some of these
Yeah.
questions.
Nope. They're not
MKG
good.
asked, do you think that Volume 9 should have taken place outside of the Ever After and Ruby's trauma and Yang Blake handled just as well? Or do you think the Ever After distance from the main plot helped the writers focus on those issues? I do not think it helped them focus. I
No.
think they literally just like flopped their plot points right where they wanted them and then just did none of the work to really thread it in as comfortably.
Well, okay,
No,
but
I don't
how
disagree.
would that be in any way better than normal, or worse than normal Ruby? I think we gotta look at the results. I think, and the results are good.
Well, I was gonna, the question was the Ever After necessary? Considering that the most enjoyable elements of this volume was the Ever After, it's like, oh, it might seem necessary, but when you realize that it might not have an impact overall, like the things that happen might not have it, like that's
Well,
more
that
the
just
question.
makes it even more Ruby.
You don't know though. We don't know yet. There's
We know.
we don't fucking know. You shut up.
So the one where they all get high and smoke the Zaza, the interesting background choice of like them being in that void, I think does highlight and like elevate that scene a bit. But then, to Fatman's point, oh, why would it be worse than regular RWBY? Because some of the exaggerations that they use with the environment on these points just make it stupid and obvious. Like, yeah, I didn't like the bridge thing with Yang and Blake. I thought it was really stupid. And I didn't like there was the other one where like they keep turning and making wrong decisions, where it's like all squiggly pathed and stuff. Well, okay, sorry. The one that I actually fucking care about is one I brought up a couple of times throughout the reaction series. Is when we see all of the weapons, and they're all generic ass weapons, and then there's one obvious choice, which is the detailed weapon.
Yeah.
So
just
I
want
think
the random ass swords.
yeah, the exaggeration of the environment made some of the things they were trying to do just painfully stupid.
All right. Well, Edelweiss asks, any thoughts on our first glimpse of the last kingdom to be introduced, i.e. Vacuo?
No.
I cannot
Unfortunately,
wait.
no.
I cannot
sure
wait
is a
for them
desert.
I cannot wait for them to get to the district that is built on sinkholes. I will never let them forget that they built part of their city over sinkholes intentionally.
I feel like I'm going to be disappointed with Vacuo a lot because I love the desert. I live in the desert. I think it's great. And I know they won't do any of the cool things you can actually find in desert settings. It'll just be like the tundra again, but instead of white.
Which you can
it'll just-
join for $1. Yeah.
I'll say this
I
to
don't
you
trust
too,
them.
not just because you're new here. Okay, we don't know, Critter. We don't know what they're gonna do.
She knows.
I'm not-
Actually, Dashie, we kind of do. They have 2 books set in Vacuo. I read them.
No,
They
they're
are
not
very
canon,
good.
right, Britt?
Folks,
They are
don't
not
give
canon.
a shit
Thank
about
you.
books. Get the fuck out of here with this paper.
Me and Britt on that.
Peach, cringe.
Sinkholes!
Oh, books? You mean spicy trees?
That's adorable.
But no, I was gonna say, Critter, you should talk to Floof. He is all gung ho on redesigning Vacuo already, even though we haven't even got to Atlas. So, and he loves the desert. So I think you could have some insights that would help him.
Yes.
Anyway, Ashbarian asks, do you think the 2 episodes that were supposedly cut from this volume included things that they felt like they were supposed to get elaborated on, like Alex or even the Summer Rose flashback?
I think so.
Yeah,
I would have to imagine so. Because clearly one of the episodes was going to be
Neo and
Jaune
Wheels?
And yeah. Neo on Wheels.
Alex focused.
Yeah, one of the episodes was definitely going to have something akin to like Jaune and RWBY walking towards the tree, because there's no way they intended that stupid like smash cut transition from the beginning. So and that episode would have needed something to it would have needed like a B story, and that almost certainly would have been like Alex lore.
I like to picture them sitting there, the creators, and they're like, okay, we gotta cut an episode. Should we cut this stupid story of the stupid Red Prince character
You're
who's
so
really
correct.
annoying? No, we need to keep him. Get rid of the Alex lore.
Yeah.
Well, that happened before the cut, so I think they would have cut him if they knew from the start that they were going to get their budget cut.
An update, you guys. An update on the poll. Juniper is 52%. I'm
Wow.
surprised.
Yeah.
I think you
I
guys were
told
doing
you.
that on purpose because we were like, no, they're gonna pick little.
No, Juniper is awesome. Like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Juniper is awesome.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
I think it's a legitimately hard choice because
Mm-hmm.
I love Juniper. I think she's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like her skidding in front of Jaune
Yep,
to like
to
protect
protect-
him from the cat.
hell yeah.
Like what? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 right there.
Spectra asks, do you think the time skip for Vacuo will be a month or 2? Look, we just got over arguing about this. We don't
Hey,
know.
hey,
We don't know.
manifest 30 years, 30 years, 30 years.
Okay,
3
I would like to
minutes.
say something about that. I think that they're back in time. They're in Summer Rose's times, I know that Amity is all on a shipper, I think, but we don't know what
Oh.
that looks like before.
Wow. Oh, wait, hold on.
What the fuck?
What if this is the last time? Because you know how Amity Coliseum goes to each different school?
Yeah.
So,
This might be the Vital Festival. The
That
time
would be
it
dope.
was held at
That would be dope.
yes.
Vacuo.
There
That
you
would be
go.
kind of cool.
That'd be crazy.
So I think
I
it is
would
back.
Crows,
be
so-
down. We
Oh,
time
why?
traveled
It wasn't
back
like I was
before.
talking or anything, okay? Just saying. Jesus, let me know when you're done. You don't gotta be that quiet. I'm fucking around with you.
Defending your idea.
Hey, Dashie,
Yes, yes.
we're done.
Okay, thank you so much, my other boyfriend. Damn, now I don't know what I was gonna say. God damn it! So yeah, Summer Rose. No, okay. So I do like that idea, Fatman, very much. Like, do you think so? That's like when right before Penny gets undid, and that's she's alive again. Oh my God, they're gonna save
No.
everybody.
No. Well, the thing is, it would actually possibly be yes, but it's not like no. This would be even before that tournament. So like well before that, it'd be like at least 2 years, if not like 4 or 6 years before.
Yeah.
Because biannual, and they never clarify which biannual.
Yeah. It's biannual.
That's a
not
weird decision.
pan-annual. You know, the cat doesn't go by, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry to rain on your parade, Fat Man, but there's totally a big ass antenna on Amity in the picture.
So what does that mean?
Fuck. So yeah,
It's,
no,
it's the antenna that Ironwood
Yeah.
added in Volume 7.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay, so nobody ever added an antenna?
I don't think
No, not
Ever.
Amity.
Maybe it's part of the airship that's maybe in front of it.
Because we don't know.
There's an
We don't
antenna ship
know.
behind it. There's an antenna ship behind it.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
It's
God,
been
it's
saved,
free
that man's been
ships.
saved.
Pull them out.
It's not actually Amity. It's just like a clump of different ships all together.
Keep hope alive.
Yeah. No, it's Lumity Coliseum now.
Oh my God. Lots of Owl House references in this one.
Oh, Better
Okay.
Qual Fugo asks, would it benefit RWBY to only focus on a couple of characters per volume like they did for Volume 9? I mean, it would have from the start.
Of course.
And I do want to get back to what I was going to say, but not right now. I have to remember what I was going to say. No,
Yeah.
not right now. Go ahead. Keep going.
Actually, you know what? You know what I want to? You know what I want to say to that? I want to say not necessarily, because it would have benefited RWBY to give. They could have as many characters as they want, right? Like, I don't think having less characters would like it automatically make it better, because they didn't do anything with any of the characters, like not even the main ones, for the longest time. Like, they could still have their 100 characters if they gave any of them anything to do. I was thinking of so many cool things. Like when I was rewatching, because I rewatched the whole thing, made a tier list and everything. There were so many like cool things that I saw that I'm like, wow, that would have been amazing if anything happened before it. Like, I don't know. I had like a really like kind of like RWBY fan moment rewatching Volume 8 when I was doing the tier list in between, you know, episodes 9 and 10. It was like, if they had done anything, not even like with the characters, like not even like with Ren, right? If anything had happened prior to his blow up in that Volume 8, it's like, wow, that would have been. It is such an amazing scene, but it would have been so much more if it happened in a real show. Like, I don't think they need to cut down on the characters or cut down on the focus. Like, just give them something to do. Like, a background character can have an amazing moment, as long as there's not like, you know, like if there were a separation between foreground and background characters instead of just all being like not characters.
Like,
You know, like Neo.
What I was going to point out was in fixing Volume 1, one of the things that I did was I retroactively added Team Coffee in as mentor figures for Team RWBY. And this actually increases the ultimate cast amount. Like the cast number did not change. In fact, it technically increased. But
Yeah.
because I spaced it out more efficiently, and I actually I used the focus on central characters and then had these satellite characters around them to reflect upon that, to be like involved in that. It filled out both characters by virtue of that. It's the nature of a story, at least in this context, is characters interacting. And that's the important part. And it feels like characters are just more expositing each other in RWBY than they are interacting with each other.
Yeah. You put you put coffee in volume.
Hello?
1.
Yeah.
Hello? Vex? Did you say something?
That was weird.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys cut out for a second, but it's good now.
Yeah.
I think.
All right. Yeah, like Raymond, you put coffee in volume 1 of fixing. Like,
Yes.
Yeah, that's but like that didn't diminish anything. Yeah, totally. I 100% agree with you.
Oh my god. Dora, I love you so much. Okay, I gotta show everybody this one.
Yeah, put both of the
Yeah.
Dora things on screen.
Oh my
if you
god,
can.
Dora, we missed you so much. Okay, let me...
Where have you been? I mean, obviously leveling up. 'Cause this is
What'd you do to my
fucking awesome.
nose, Nora? Jeez.
Yeah.
Is that me? Is that because I was crying? Because Vex keeps making me cry, probably? Yeah. Alright, let's see. This is the latest one. Laura Wolf. I'm sorry I interrupted. I'm so fucking sorry. I just realized I interrupted.
That is just so great.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's well done.
This was the latest one. And then... Oh, did you do it already? Oh, no, okay. And then the last one was... But keep talking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We got a question?
Yeah, next question, I suppose, is Kraus asking, the writing the handful of past volumes has felt like they wrote a couple of rough drafts and then just rushed it into production. Do you think they really have constrained scheduling, and that's why the writing has not been stellar, or are they just not good writers? They are not.
Well, I mean, depends on
The
how
latter.
charitable you want to be here, right?
And also,
On their best day, they have been
volume.
mid.
Yeah. Can you repeat the question? I wasn't paying attention.
Okay, basically, the question is, like, the last couple of volumes feel like they just did a couple of rough drafts and rushed to production. Do you think that they have a constrained schedule, and that's why the writing's been bad, or that they're just not good writers? And I said it's not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, both
personal
of you.
theory is that I think they spend extreme amounts of time on the writing, and they write a lot, and it's a lot of the time is allocated to the writers, and then the animators have to rush it out. And then because the animators are rushing things out, suddenly they have to be like, well, because we're rushing, we're just cutting things now, like as we're going through.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
is
No.
something
Yeah.
they don't ever really talk about their pipeline. They very, very, very much protect what their pipeline is. Ever since the Monty days, obviously. But after this, I have no idea like what the pipeline is like. I would love to talk to some of the animators.
Mm-hmm.
They should do a tech crew commentary again. Like they did one for volume
I'd love
3
that.
and 4.
Like a
Yeah.
deep dive
They
into
stopped
the
doing that.
process.
We can talk about grass.
Talk about grass.
Exactly.
and-
I need more
and water.
grass. Yeah. Yeah, if they don't do a tech crew commentary for volume 9, I'm gonna wonder why I keep buying.
Batman, who's left to do it?
It's just
No,
an
right.
empty room.
So
It's just the
volume
volume
of the
again.
audio is just like lowered.
And then you can like obviously hear it like the janitor comes into the room and starts sweeping at some point. Like,
All right.
Cleric Kyan asks, do you think any original characters from from After the Fall will be in next volume, given that RWBY seems to need more characters each volume? Also, given that it wasn't in the After, where could the last relic be? As for like the original characters from After the Fall, I fucking hope they show up, or maybe I don't. I don't quite remember it as well enough to. Do I hate any of them? I don't remember.
So I mean, you just have to recount who went through the portals, right?
Well, no. Sorry,
Took me longer than
like
usual,
we're
so-
talking about After the Fall, which was the books. We're talking about the books.
Oh, you're talking about the books.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
like,
thought you were talking
well,
about
any of the
season
book
eight.
characters show up. In
I immediately stopped caring. Continue.
No, wasn't
right.
wasn't one of the characters.
I love you so much.
Yeah.
The
So-
books.
we have
like-
Team Coffee, Team Sun.
What I remember, because the first book is the one that I remember the most, because I listened to you read that on your stream.
Yeah.
They had the lesbian one who had telekinesis, same as Glinda, and they had the guy who could shut down your semblance, same as Mercury's dad, and then they
Right.
had the guy who
Carmine
was,
and Bergelick.
and then they had the guy who created stress bombs. That would attract Grimm. And I like
Oh
if
god,
those-
they try to bring that kid in. He's gonna be like another Oscar. Like
Oh, God.
I put Dora's picture in the thing just real quick. Keep talking.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, like he has the same wet blanket personality. It's just like you are a void of character. And now Carmine and Bertolick showing up, I think they're actually in prison, but I like them all right. They're assholes, and like that's something that kind of needs some good asshole characters. Honestly, they could fill in as New Salem cronies. I could easily see them slipping into that.
She needs a new lesbian because Emerald defected.
True. Also, there's just like no villains left. It's just Salem and Cinder now. And Cinder is not, I guess, Mercury.
point.
Tyrion
But, like,
and Mercury.
Tyrion's around. Mercury's around.
Yeah, but
Well-
Mercury's kind of like getting into that defecting mindset because he was like, "There's no way Salem's actually going to destroy the world," and Tyrion's like, "Ha ha ha! Yes, she is."
And then of course we don't know what Tyrion's fate's going to be now that the actor is pulled out completely from Rooster Teeth.
I mean, I just think they're going to recast. It didn't stop
Yo.
them from recasting anybody else.
True,
Didn't cast them
true.
from recasting like
Crow.
harder to recover characters.
Yeah.
Even though Josh Grelle is amazing, but
Oh.
you know, I think they're just going to recast him. So many people can do an absolute
A
lunatic.
crazy Joker impression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rooster Teeth, I'm available.
Raggy.
Yuck.
And for the record, I only do it for the money. And so I can be on the ground floor if RWBY goes up for sale. I can be like, "Ooh, I'm already here in your walls."
I'm-
Dead walls.
Yeah,
Alright.
no, I'm here to tank the value of the show so that it's not worth anything when they try to sell it off.
Moving on.
Steel Angel. What?
Oh, it's 50-50. The poll is poll
Yeah,
is tied.
it's evened out.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
Steel
I'll have to do a
Angel.
Twitter poll.
Steel
It's
Angel
like my
asks,
alternative accounts.
the
Go.
final question in the Tundra current. Do you think Crow has relapsed back into alcohol at this point after thinking he's
Yes.
lost both his nieces? Yes.
Yes.
I would
Sure.
hope not. Because I don't want to repeat that story arc again.
Yeah.
But Rooster Teeth loves repeating story arcs, so probably.
Well, no, the thing is, like, it makes sense for him to relapse. Like, it's in a stressful time, and I should know my sister's going through a substance abuse counseling. She actually, in fact, she's like learning how to become a counselor. She's going through
Nice.
college for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And so
I was like, that could go one of two ways.
Thank you
I-
for specifying that she's the counselor. in
Yeah,
that.
I wasn't sure what's
in-
going on there.
in
Yeah.
clarification,
Twist happy
Let him
ending.
talk.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, also clarification. She went through AA as well. Like, she's gone through that. That's why she's becoming a counselor. She wants to help other people now and like help
Right.
them through that journey. Having proofread all of her papers for her, relapse, man. It's a thing that's going to happen. You just got to accept that it's one of those things that it happens, and the only thing you can do is pick up and move on from it, which would be perfect for RWBY right now, where like she comes in with this new, fresh attitude of like, look, Crow, I know it's rough. Got to pick up and move on. We just got to keep on. We got to keep on trucking. It's like, keep on moving. Got to quote that Monty line.
Twitter, I respect like the reasons why you don't want it, which makes sense. Nobody wants to like go through that. But like if just let me finish my sentence, Vex, okay? If they write it the right way, it's important to be seen too. Like real life, like stuff like that substance thing. Oh, that would be awesome if they did.
If they're going to repeat a plot point, a relapse is basically the point to do it. Like that is the exact kind of thing that you have to repeat a plot point, because it is something that needs to be learned, that it happens.
I wouldn't mind if it's just a super small thing, and it's like, Vacuo starts with Winter confronting Crow about how he's drinking again, and then Ruby's back and he just fucking drops the bottle and it smashes. That'd be cool.
That'd be great. That'd be fun.
It could be fun if instead of diving back, like relapsing into specifically alcohol, he found some weird new addiction, which doesn't have to be.
Oh, like ever after sauce from the trees.
He's like really into coffee
Ruby,
now.
it's the juiciest.
We're in New Mexico.
He's
Vacuo's got
addicted
the
to
good
Facebook.
uppers.
Damn it.
See, I was right. Little and Juniper, it's just so even. I think they're both so
I was
likable.
right.
Yeah, totally.
I will say, it's getting on a bit. I might have to duck out early.
I actually.
Are there any other big questions that need answering before I head out?
All the questions are answered here.
For me, I have to ask this because I said it was going to be brought up. What do you think about Summer Rose? All around it in general, like her herself, how they handle her, what you think she's going to be doing, and that's for Brit.
The joke answer is I refuse.
Okay, there you go.
No, I mean, it's such an. We've joked about it several times, but I feel like Summer Rose isn't actually a character for us yet. That we just know so little about them. We just know things that other characters have said. I hope that they don't go the Steven Universe route, where it turns out that she's actually a mega bitch. I hope that she's just a good person who sacrificed herself for the forces of good and all that jazz. It's gonna make other characters more interesting now that we've had that flashback. Like Yang and Ruby are probably gonna confront Raven now. Like, what the fuck happened that night, you know?
So you think she's still alive at all?
Do I think she's still alive? No.
Okay.
No.
I think she's probably going to be turned into those humanoid grim monsters that we saw last season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And I think as far as because I
And
know
I'm
this
always
was supposed to
right,
be
so.
like I said, I wanted to make this just for the episode, which we barely even like touched it, to be honest. We were just going our own shit. But I want to have another one. I want to have a whole like, okay, let's go. What's going on? We've marinated now like a month. What do you think? So I'll let you know when that's happening. Brett.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually,
all right.
You gotta run.
Yeah. Oh, are we ending
All
the
right.
stream?
Thank you very much.
We're not ending the stream
No,
now.
no.
Brett has to
No,
go. So
yeah,
that's
Brett
why.
has
You guys can continue on. I have to jump off.
I'm also going to have to jump off in like 5 minutes here for dinner. So.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
All right. I love you all.
also have
Welcome
See you
back.
next season, basically, because Lord knows I won't be in any of the other actions.
Yeah. Well, I'll fucking
You
get your ass
could
in touch.
totally be in the other.
See you in season 10. No, it's out of my hands.
All right.
All right. God bless you all.
Bye.
See you, man.
See you, Brett.
I'll hang around just a little bit longer because like I want to talk about Summer Rose a bit. It's like we didn't learn anything really new. It's like, oh, so she lied to Ty about whether it was an Oz mission or what that entailed. Like, was it the question really is, was it an Oz mission? If it was an Oz mission, why was it so secret? Like, was she going to go confront Salem? Was she going to get a maiden or something? It's like, why keep this secret? What's the fucking point of any of this?
It didn't
Like,
seem like it was an Oz mission. It seemed like she was going on her own. She just used him as an excuse.
Well, the theory that I saw was like maybe they're going to the Mistral Vault to talk to the lamp and get answers. That sort of thing.
Wondering if it was an Ozpin secret and they were secretly making her like the Summer Maiden or something.
Yeah,
And
that's. I could imagine that. 'Cause
I
she-
don't want it to be that, but I see that could be a thing.
Yeah, I was kind of. I was thinking like, what if she didn't like die because of Salem? What if it was just like dumb luck? Like Ozpin was like, "Hey, time for you to be the Summer Maiden," or whatever. Get one of the Maiden powers, and then they go to the Maiden like at the same time that like Hazel and Tyrion go to the Maiden, and then they just get jumped, and Raven splits, and then Summer dies. Like. Like, I mean, it could just be like, I think the best way they could handle that is like it was just like dumb luck, random chance that Summer died.
I was gonna say
they're-
you go.
Who's
Vex,
talking?
they're totally going to tie in Salem. They're going to tie in Volume 7, Chapter 11. When you say your mother said those words to me, that's what that's going to tie into. So that moment when she said that, where Summer said that to Raven, or to the Raven, where Summer said that to Salem, will be tied into this mission that they went off to. I would assume. I mean, that's kind of how I set it up. And then now we know that that's how we're going to get Raven back. Whenever it's time to figure out what really happened in Summer, Raven will pop up and then we'll ask her the question and we'll get the backstory of what happened.
I thought you were vexed viewer, not pessimistic viewer. God.
He's everything when it comes to bad stuff.
I'm just disappointed that they kind of missed the opportunity to just make Summer a much more basic character. Like they tied her up in all these things that are happening with Salem and Ozpin, and I'm just like, you didn't need to do that. You could have just made Summer just a tragic story of a huntress that went out to hunt and never came home. Like that itself can be more powerful than all this complicated bullshit you're putting in now. Now, they're doing some legwork to try and fill it out, but it still annoys me, and it annoys me that I have to keep it in fixing at this rate.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on that. And everyone in the Sketchy Huntsman Twitter, or in the Sketchy Huntsman server, was joking about how Summer decided to run off with and just shag Raven.
If they were shipped, I'm livid.
You're what?
Livid.
Livid.
Livid. But
Yeah.
they're
It's
both
like
MILFs,
more
though.
than
Come on, Fatman. How dare you? Who are you?
But Raven.
All right, but still,
Like,
the way
this
she
isn't-
looks, you could just put a bag on her head. All right.
You can't put a bag over her personality.
Watch me. Watch me.
No. You see, it's bag for looks. It's gag for personality.
That's what I meant. No.
All right, that's my signal. I need to hop out.
I do have a question for you, Raymond. I wanted to actually end it like this, but like I'm not ending it. I'm just asking you now. All right. The line was, "Oh, it's not where, it's when they need you the most." Now, in a short paragraph or a couple of sentences, when do they need Team RWBY the most, in your opinion? Not what the writers are, but no, you as Raymond.
Well, my joke going into that is, they need a midwife for Nora.
Oh my God.
that was the joke I was going to make.
Okay.
But no, I think it's going to be about 1 to 5 years. I think at least a year has skipped. I think it has been at least 1 year, upwards of 5, I would say. So you get a lot of older characters now. Age up Oscar at some point so they can further ship him with RWBY, which annoys me.
You think? Wait. You think they're gonna age up everybody else when they didn't leave Jaune alone?
Yeah.
That's
just
kind of
simply
fat
to
chance.
make me mad.
Okay, just you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just me.
More like Vex, but alright.
I think it would be like 5 would be the extreme end. I think it's more around 1 to 2. I think it's like a very slight age up type thing. Basically, you have enough time for like the desolation of the last stand at Vacuo, which shouldn't be because Veil still exists and is fine, and Mistral still exists and is fine, and Menagerie still exists and is fine.
But they need to protect the relics. It's not about like we talked about this in the reaction. Like Salem doesn't care about the people; she cares about the relics.
Right. So it's like I guess the last stand at Vacuo is just the that's where they're going to be is when Salem starts showing up, which I think is probably going to be very stupid. Because it's like, why not just show up before that? Maybe when we were most needed was before when, when Ozpin and Salem were still like mortal and alive, and you could just go back in time and either cure Ozpin or kill Salem. Like you could just do that.
That's why I asked what you thought, not everything else.
Well, no, like that's where my thought process is going. It's like I think it is just 1 to 2 years. I think that's when they're going to be needed because that's when Salem's going to launch her attack on Vacuo.
All right.
And it's going to be a pincer attack from the inside out because you have Mercury and Tyrion in Vacuo right now.
Instead of just having the headmaster on your side in case they wanted to do their last stand at fucking Haven. Still mad about Volume 5, guys. Have you
We all are.
been able to tell?
All right, Raymond. Thank you for
I'll head
being the
out.
first answer, and thanks for joining us. And again, I'm gonna have another.
All right,
one of
talk to you
these
later, Raymond.
sometime
Bye.
soon, so. Damn.
Bye-bye.
Bye. God damn it, Vex.
What do I do now?
You totally cut me off, but whatever. You know, it's not. Again, it's not like it's my channel or anything, or I'm talking. Yeah.
I'm also gonna have to bounce.
Fine.
Here.
Then when do they need them the most, Critter?
When do they need them the most?
According to you.
I'm thinking similar to what Raymond said, but soon, like at a point where they need them to, like, they have a specific plan for how they're gonna launch like a big trap on Salem's forces. And they're like, we don't have. If only we had someone who was really fast and someone who could make shadow clones, and then they'll roll in, and that's when they'll be there.
All right. Okay.
Although I don't think it'll be several years. I think it'll be maybe a year tops, but I'm thinking more like a couple months. You know.
All right. Beautiful. Hey, dude. Fucking thanks for being here, man. That's awesome. You
Yeah,
finally made it. Yay.
Thanks for inviting me.
No, isn't it cute? Now it's our turn to be on your. No, okay. All right. So I'm gonna let you guys. I really want you back. I want to do this again. Like I was trying to.
100%. You can't get rid of me now.
Good God. Good.
Critter, we got to do a TNG podcast at some
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
What's that mean?
Next Generation, Star Trek.
Oh.
Star Trek.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No, just fell asleep again. All right.
Dashie can be
having
there just to make fun of the nerds.
Probably to sleep with them, but whatever. All right. See ya. I'll talk
All
to
right. Thank you so much for having me.
you later.
Goodbye.
Thanks for being
Later.
here. Thank you. Bye. All right. You know what? I mean, we might as well just finish off like that with the last question of,
Yeah.
when are they needed the most? I was trying to say earlier, my answer was, I still think it's in the past, but now you got me all like weirded out about the antenna that fucking Ironwood was gonna put on, and if nobody ever put an antenna on it before, then my answer sucks, because I thought it was gonna be back when Summer was around, and Summer needed them for that mission that she was about to leave. So
Yeah.
that's what I think.
Yeah.
When do you guys think?
I mean, yeah, I would think. I mean, like, okay, knowing that they're in Vacuo and that they're almost certainly in, like, at least present day. You know, like, they're in Vacuo and they got Amity with the thing on it. Like, knowing that completely, like, messes up my idea of where I think they're the most needed, which would be back in time when Salem was still mortal.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's too much.
Yeah, like that would be my idea of where they would be needed the most. Just someone who knows what they're doing back before the problem went down.
You basically want to go back and kill Hitler, kind of thing. Which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
too
it's
far,
like baby Hitler.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, okay. I think, I mean, I've said this a million times. 30 years, everybody's full old.
So again, they're gonna change everybody, and not John.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody and not Jaune, and John's gonna be able to relate to them because he's gonna be like, I was 50. I know I don't look it, but hey Ren, how's that prostate?
Oh my God. Wait, what's happening? Am I still here? What happened?
Yeah, you're still here. What's up?
No, the. I don't know what happened to my. But go ahead, keep talking. I don't know what the fuck happened to me.
Yeah, no, I want that's what I want. What I think. I want the big old 30 years. I would think back in time. As far as like how would I feel if it was 2 years or whatever, like 1 year, 6 months, 6 to 8 months. Resigned. Like of course, but Yeah. Unhappy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I must, I must.
All right.
But I would want the I want it to be good.
I mean,
We got a taste of the good.
Yeah.
I don't want to spit that out.
Yeah.
I want to rub it all over my face.
You'll be spitting.
Rub it all over my face. Yeah, Vex. Go.
I would do 5 years.
From or go?
Oh, ahead of time in the
Okay.
future. I would do that. But these writers, they're doing what they should do. They should do.
Damn it! Just you.
I already said what I did. I said what I do. It'd be 5 years.
But
5
why
years time
though?
jump.
You can't. Oh, cool. 5 years. Here's a number.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
now I can bitch about the right.
Because that's a long enough time.
Gotcha.
That's long enough time that I think we could have some interesting dynamics among the characters. There'd be 5 years aged up. That'll give them time to reset the world. Maybe maybe Salem will already have attacked something that's interesting. Like give me time. That'll let them fix the world to make it interesting. That's why I'll do 5 years.
Okay.
Now, can I tell you why they're
No,
not
you
going to do
can't.
5 years?
My
And-
turn now. No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, they shouldn't do that because I don't. They should do what they're doing, which would be like a year, like a couple months, a month or two.
All right.
Because I can't trust them to come up with a interesting way to explain why Salem was sitting on her ass for 5 years. I don't like that idea. I don't like them kind of. Well, why was Salem doing nothing for 5 years? I don't like that.
I mean,
so just
she's
go straight
lived
into it.
forever, so it's not like she can't wait.
Yeah.
But for sure. But she's kind of like on the move now. Like
Okay.
she's kind of like I'll do it myself. So that kind of be weird for her to not immediately go after Vacuo.
Yeah.
See,
Okay.
now she got
Yeah.
two of the
just to
relics.
sit there. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, she's immortal. She got two of the relics. Go get the shit done. You've been waiting for this long. Go get it. Go get it done.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're gonna do. So fine, like whatever.
All right.
Go ahead, Dashie.
No. Don't I mentioned mine, but I do have one more question. I
Okay.
know that you have your gripes. Obviously, we all do. What are the top 3 things that they did well or that you enjoyed in this fucking volume?
I like the.
Story-wise, not
Direction?
visuals or
Oh
fights or
shit!
nothing like that.
Shit. that's exactly where I was going.
I'm like,
Story
trip.
wise, three reasons. Three.
I tugged
things
on the leash. I'm
story-wise
so
that I like.
sorry. I didn't mean to choke you.
I like the blow. I like the blow up between John and Ruby in episode 7. I like
Yeah, the
the
pretend family or the pretend friends. Okay.
yes, I love that. I love that Ruby finally snapped because it was deserved because none of them were picking up on what the audience could clearly see that she was suffering. So it kept building and building and she blew up. And I thought what John reacted made sense and it was well written because the man's been there for God knows how long and he's not really in the right state of mind. And so he snapped on her. Great. That's number 1. 2, the paper pleasers, like everything they had to say and how they were written.
Yeah.
And
How adorable they were
how
too.
John,
Yeah.
and how John was stopping them from ascending, but he thought he was saving something for the first time, and it was and all that was great.
Yeah. It
2 things for
also
episode
like
7.
fed his like failure. Like he felt like such a
Yeah.
failure that's the only thing he could control.
Yeah. Let's see. Something from episode 2. Yeah. What Fatman said. Ruby's speech. Even though I hate Penny, Ruby's speech was solid. I like that.
All right.
And yeah, that's my 3 for now.
Beautiful. Very nice. See, guys, he can be nice once in a while. All
He's nice viewer now.
right, Fatman, you have any?
My top 3 things. Okay, the Penny speech. I already said that was my favorite thing.
Story-wise.
You mean like broader than just like a scene?
Like writing-wise, like
Y-
good things.
Yeah. I mean, why does Penny speech not count?
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. No. Okay. So yeah, Penny speech number 1. God, I really love that they brought up CL again. I like it when people acknowledge their faults, and I feel like the entire volume on a on a macro scale was just acknowledging its faults, you know, because the whole thing was about how RWBY, you know, has, you know, depression,
Okay.
and like over her character development, which, you know, should have happened back in Volume 3 after the whole Torchwick scene, and then and it just didn't happen. Like that's, I think, the best, you know, thing about this volume, that's like, you know, more so than any of the episodes being good on standalone. The overall thrust of the volume was just really kind of like poignant to all the things that I care about in all of the like problems that I care about in RWBY, and the fact that they leaned into it instead of just trying to retcon it like they usually do.
Okay.
Just, you know, I loved it. I love that.
Is it still? It's still your number one volume so far, yeah?
Oh yes,
Nothing
yes.
has changed with that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's my number one. Better than 4. Better than 6. Better than 8. Better than the bad ones. Number 3. What specific thing? Like, what's something we haven't talked about? Because obviously, I like the paper pleasers too.
Okay.
You know, I like.
What about like
I know
like
I
the cat and like that? How they wrote the cat, or maybe
The cat was written fine. I already mentioned, you know, my favorite scene with the cat was the one where he mentioned CL. You know, it was the one where he was like, he was so invested in asking these like stupid questions and you know, getting his, you
he was
know,
wearing a
pathetic little
lampshade on his
answers.
head. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So I didn't like that dialogue from the cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It was too like
it was
too,
really
like,
obvious.
winking at the audience. Hey guys, listen to what I'm saying.
I like it like that though.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, number 3, number 3. As far as the story and the writing goes, I'm
it's tough, isn't it?
yeah. Well, no, I mean, especially when like one of the things I said was just the entire volume and how it was written. Like,
well, that's like the point. You gotta pick
yeah,
it. And who's better at picking than you?
yeah. And yeah, God, you know what else I liked? Do you? I'm asking.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
No.
You.
I got, you know, I know it's probably not going to be a very like popular thing, but I liked that the Punderstorm forced Blake and Yang to talk to each other.
Me too.
Wow.
I liked that they like were never going to do it until literally forced by outside.
Yep.
Like, because that, you know, that lens, that's again leaning into a problem with story. Like, why aren't they fucking talking to each other? But no, here they are, and now they literally have to be forced by ancient magic to talk to each other.
So you like that they're forced by the thunderstorm to talk.
Yeah. I like that instead of retconning their problems or ignoring their problems, that they are leaning into their problems and telling a story based on rectifying their problems.
Yeah. I like
They're
the two
canonizing their bad writing instead of just admitting that it's bad writing and that they should have done it differently. They're taking the bad writing and being like, "Here we are. We were bad. We're trying though." Like, that's.
So is it like the room levels of bad? It's good, or
it's completely different.
I know. I'm just fucking around. No, I like that too because. Go ahead, Vex.
Go ahead. Oh no, I hated how they were talking about like, oh, we've been following this story the whole time. It's not been real. Why? What's up with this cat? What's going on here? Why you been lying to us, basically? And then immediately cut, and we go straight to, oh yeah, it's time to kiss. I did not like that transition at all. It was so weird. Like, what is happening with this writing? Like, what? We had this tense scene where you have the thunderstorm in the background. Like, oh my god, what's going on with this story? Like, this whole thing's not true. Like, what's going on? And as you know, John yells, "No!" and cuts, and all of a sudden, let's kiss now. What?
Yeah, no, I did
weird.
not like the no. Ever since you pointed that out, I've hated the no. Yeah.
Like, what's going on here? But yeah, I understand what your point, but I didn't like the transition out of nowhere to the kiss.
You still
The
don't
scene
think
with-
that it was affected by the cat?
No. What? No.
No,
Vex does think it's affected by the cat, right?
yeah, I do. Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
cat. Yeah, the cat. Yeah,
Yeah. And
That's
and
what I
I
was saying.
yeah, and I
Who
see what
thought
he's talking
somebody?
about, and I hate that.
Somebody said they didn't think it was affected by the cat.
No, me, Raymond, and Tom didn't until Vex
Oh, okay,
pointed
alright.
that out, and
And
then
we talked about
all
that in,
changed
like-
our minds and hated that scene more.
Okay. I remember talking
Yeah.
about it on a stream. I just
Yeah, the cat trigger.
Yeah.
I did like the whole like Bumblebee thing. The let's go, because, and as stupid as it sounds, like it happens in real life as well. Obviously, not an entire fairy tale is gonna help your two friends out getting together, but like there's still outside help that just goes, all right already, fucking, the opposite of an intervention, but like hook up already kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just sit down,
Yeah.
like, because we all fucking see it. We see it. We want just fucking say it. I know you don't have like either like the social skills or the emotional intelligence or whatever to do that, but like check it out. It's not that hard. And yeah, it was a fucking ridiculous like scene or setting, but it's still something that says that it just reminded me a lot of like a couple of like friends of mine and stuff, and it's like this is never gonna happen, is it? Fucking sit down 1 second, have a seat, and fucking what's that show?
Yeah, I have no idea what show.
Oh,
I hear you, Dashie. I understand what you're saying. I just wish they would have told that story. Like let us see them kind of like not wanting to get to it. Like they could have like told the story up until that point. Like if we're watching these two characters talk and not really getting to the meat of it, and they clearly want to tell each other they love each other, but they don't want to do it. Like they're avoiding it clearly, like on the screen, they're avoiding it. Then the whole entire time the audience will be like, "All right, get to it. Do it," and then the world forces them to do it. Now, okay, that makes sense. But it just kind of like that. They're talking about fairy tales and stuff completely different from the relationship. It's not a focus at all. All of a sudden, boom, time to kiss. Like they should have just told the story then. Like show us them not talking. Show us them not wanting to get talk, like express their feelings.
They did
Do
in Volume
that.
5.
They did that. They did a lot of that.
Yeah,
Back
they did that.
4 years ago.
Sorry, not Volume 5. I mean Volume 6.
They did that like,
Volume 6,
everywhere.
Episode 5.
That
Yeah,
was the
yeah.
point of the
Yeah,
crumbs.
Yeah, sure, they did it
And
4 years
Volume
ago.
8. There was a lot of that in Volume 8. Like,
Yeah, and here.
remember the whole
Sure.
like, do you think she's mad at me? It's like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
They did that for sure. They did that for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. For me, I think they should do this more in this volume, in leading up to the kiss. 'Cause like you said, only the current volume is canon. So why not have some of that? If you did it all the other volumes, why not have that in this volume before the big kiss?
There was her. Okay, there's Blake jumping on her. You don't see that. You don't see her doing that on any.
Well, no, but that wasn't them avoiding it. That was them.
Oh,
flirting.
avoiding. Okay.
That was them hugging. Yeah.
Avoiding was that almost lewd part where they almost held hands. They just pulled away. There's an avoiding part.
They touched fingers.
They didn't.
And
they
why
did not
and why
touch.
and
No, sir.
And why dumbass said about time? About time for what? They've been touching hands and giggling all the damn time. What are you talking about? That was such a stupid little line that they had why say there. Had she said about time when they kissed, that would have made sense. But why is she saying about time? Because they're walking
Because
at each other and
holding
giggling.
hands.
Wait, didn't
Facts,
Jaune say
holding
about
hands is
time?
so
And didn't
rude.
didn't you complain about
Jaune-
Jaune saying about time?
No. Jaune did the right thing. That makes sense. About time, yeah. About time you kissed. But why is she saying about time you guys are giggling and
I
walking
don't
by each
know.
other
You
and
know how
shaking
there's gaydar? There. She has gaydar.
they didn't-
I don't fucking like.
No,
You can still
I hear
tell
you.
how when two people like each other.
No. My point is she knows that. My point is that's what I'm saying. She knows they like each other. She knows they've been flirting. She knows they've been touching hands.
Yeah.
So why is she saying about time there?
Because
Like you
hand
saw that back
holding.
in volume.
Because
hands in
like
volume
somebody
6.
made an attempt. They're trying to make an attempt at least, like, because before it was just like, but like it's a physical. I don't know how to explain that.
Jaune's about time makes sense. Weiss's didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. Well, there you have it, people. Yeah. I don't know where to go from there, but
Yeah.
I think I'm fucking
I suffer
really
the
hungry.
rage.
I've been hungry for like an hour and a half now.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for fucking being here. Wasn't this great? Everybody was here. Next time
We
we'll
gotta
get
do
Tom
streams
on
more.
here.
We gotta do streams more.
Yes, we do.
These have
I
been
was
really
actually-
fun.
I was actually
was
just
fun.
saying that. Like, it's like, what's wrong with us? Like, well, we should be doing this more often.
Yeah.
So, let us know that's what you want, because I, personally, and I'll say this for Fatman, not as much as I do, but I need people to let me know what you would like, if you like us, okay? There you go. I want you to like me.
Please.
Yes. But, yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be about RWBY. If you have any ideas on, like, streams and stuff, fucking talk to us, all right?
Yeah.
All right, but as for now, guys, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys out there for being here. We fucking love you.
And everybody pile into my premiere.
Yes, actually.
I just dropped the link in the chat. Everybody pile in there.
Yeah, get in there, watch the fucking reaction so you can
Yeah.
understand what we were talking about. We love you, and we'll see you next time. All right. Bye.
Ah.